baby. Home child live. Wow. Oh, bunch of grease. Heavy. These look so old. Really, really old. Really, really old. Really, really old. Isaac, hello, welcome to the chat. Angela Pierce, hello, welcome to the chat. My name is Yolanda. I just went live not too long ago. You guys have never been to my channel. I just go live randomly and I just talk to people, whoever shine in. Barclay, hello, welcome to the chat. I always show people what I got. I have Taco John's. I don't know if anybody ever heard of Taco John's. But Taco John's is like a taco place. They serve all kind of tacos. They serve burritos. They serve these little like these little tots or whatever you want to call them. But that's what Taco John's is. That's what I got. Got me some tacos. I like your name. Thank you. And I also got me something to drink. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but see, this is what I got to drink. It is a cold pressed drink, and it's got variety of stuff in here. So this is what I got to drink. There you go. I'm going to say my grace, and I'm going to eat my tacos. Amen. So I ordered tacos, and I ordered these little, hope you guys can see. And I ordered these little wedges, or whatever you want to call them. So, some of you guys, I've never seen you. It says, I came from Tony Yo Man channel. Okay, I appreciate that. Coming over here from Tony's channel. It says, you're cool. I appreciate that. It says, that cool guy, Popeyes. It says, fake prayer for the camera. Okay, if you say so, fake prayer for the camera. I always pray over my food. I see Art wrote something and then Art retracted whatever they wrote down. That's all good, Art. So everybody here, welcome to the chat. I love trolls. I love everybody that come in. Trust me. Names don't crap my... And I have chicken tacos, in case you were wondering. That's what I got, chicken tacos. What was too quick? Okay, so you tell me, the cool guy, what do you consider long enough to say a prayer? Like, I really don't understand. What do you mean too quick? Tatiana, hi, hello, welcome to the chat. You said I said a fake prayer for the camera. No, I didn't. I actually prayed. I might not have said it as long as you wanted me to say it, but I think I said it long enough. As long as I said a prayer. So what you want me to go into a whole verse? Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread as we forgive our debtors. Man, I'm not going to go into the full detail because like I said the prayer. And if you think it's fake, oh well. You don't have to be sorry. You have a right to your opinion. I just bow my head and I pray. Some people just go, everybody pray differently over their food. You know? So. Like I said, I have chicken tacos. What do you mean you just earned the what? I appreciate everybody that's joining in. You guys check out my videos if you haven't. I think I got some pretty cool videos. You might think, you might not. I go live randomly. I have no set time. If you want to rock with me, come on, help me grow my channel, come over. It says the clock. Hi, how are you doing, the clock? Welcome to the chat. It says, yeah, baby, yeah. You must be from Tony Yo Man. It says, what are you serious podcast? Yeah, you guys are from Tony's page. I'm good with that. Freedom Truckers USA. Yes, I'm a trucker. I see you a trucker too. Yeah, mama. It says somebody said RV life, you're traveling. No, I don't have an RV life. I don't have an RV. So do you, Barkley, do you do an RV life? I don't do RV life. It says, hell yeah, respect. Oh my, 34 hours sweet. I know that's right. You on your reset. Where you at? I mean, never mind. I shouldn't ask you that. Let's put it like this. You on your 34 reset, or you in an area that you're able to get out and chill and have a good time? It says, where are you? I'm down deep south. That's where I'm at. It says, no, someone said that on the chat. It says, I'm clear now. You're a trucker. That's what's up. Yes. Hello, Yolanda. Hello, Robert. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. It says, I'm in sticks boring as hella lining. I don't know where you at now. It says, but at least got a hotel room. I know that's right. What kind of freight you got tonight? Hey, I haven't picked my load up as of yet, so I don't have no freight. None whatsoever. Are you in a van? No, I'm not in a van, the clock. Where are you headed? I'm down south. I'm just headed down south. Okay, so Freedom Trucker, you do flatbed. I did flatbed years ago. How long you been doing flatbed? I drive Amazon box truck. Ooh, Amazon ain't no joke. Hold on a minute. I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, I'm back. So you said I drive Amazon. Hold on, the chat there just going so fast. It says, what's up, everybody? Black people are the chosen. What's going on there? I see you, Ezekiel. Welcome to the chat. I'm glad you was able to join in. You know how I'm doing it. I just go random. I just open up and whoever pops in, they pop in. I figured it was Saturday night. I was hoping somebody would join it. It says I do flatbed. Okay, flatbed. What's up, everybody? Everybody is chilling. Oh, so you've been doing flatbed freedom trucker. You've been doing flatbed for 3 months. So do you like flatbed? I know it's a lot of work. I did flatbed years ago. I've been over here with this company. I do dry van now. I've been over here 17 years, and one on 18. We got a flatbed division, but I'm a little bit older. I mean, I'm just saying I don't do flatbed no more. That's a lot of work. I did it some years ago. I was able to move around a lot faster, but I don't mess with it no more. I'm a newbie in the trucker world, and yeah, but I like it. That's good. One thing about flatbed, hang in there. Flatbed will keep you in tip-top shape, and you'll get better and better the more you strap and get used to it. The horseshoe, you'll find all kind of tricks and trades. I mean, it'll just come naturally to you. It says definitely a lot of work. Yes, it is, but I feel good to move around after a long drive. Yes, that's one good thing about it, because people that's in the chat that's not a truck driver don't know we sit for long periods of a time. And so to get up, to move around and get that blood circulating and stuff, messing with that flatbed going up and down, baby, especially in the summertime, and you dripping sweat. You got to hit that shower sometime a couple of times a day. If you know, you know. Especially if you wear overalls. See, I wore overalls and steel-toe boots. But see, I hauled marble. You know, we didn't do a variety. It was a marble company that I was working for. So, yeah. Holly Canal, it says, speak, sister. Hey, I appreciate it. I'm speaking. Welcome to the chat. Some of you guys I haven't seen before, and some I have. It says freedom. It says hot as hell out of the south. You ain't lying, baby. You are not lying. That ain't no joke. And then out there messing with that flatbed too. That's a whole different ball game, ain't it? For real. Whole different ball game. But you've been doing it 3 months. Just hang in there. It says, do you miss out on a lot of family time? No, I don't really miss out a lot of family time. I have kids. My kids are grown and they are married. So my husband, he's deceased. So it's kind of like just me doing my own thing. I get in when I feel like it. You're in a hoodie. Why I'm in a hoodie? Because it's cold in my truck and I can't adjust my air conditioner. If I turn the air off, if I turn it off, the truck off, it gets warm. But then when I turn it, I can't get it to that right, and I be getting cold. So I just have it cranked up and keep my hoodie on. It just works for me. But it's cold as an ice box up in this bad boy. That's why I got on this hoodie. But when you'll see when I get too cold, I'll turn it off, and then it'll heat up and back and forth. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Hold on. It says flatbed pay higher. Yep, at Freedom. Oh, he's asking that question. I'm sorry. My bad. You asking somebody else. Broccoli, it does, especially. Okay, he's answering that. Holly, it says, oh hell. It says, oh hell no, sister. I feel you. That ain't no fun. Right, it can get pretty cold. So Holly, you drive too? It says, God bless you. Have a great night. Travel safe, sister. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the truckers that are stopping through. And that are showing some love. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's stopping through. So like I said, y'all can pop back in and out of the chat. I'm going to be on the chat for a little while and see who all shines in. And I'm just going to chill, especially with all the truckers. It says, I make $70,000 driving a box van. Are you the one that drive for Amazon? I'm just curious. Amazon, man, you got to have, messing with Amazon, baby, Amazon ain't no joke. Now you tell me, oh, in case you guys wonder what I'm drinking one of these, wait, wrong way, my bad. One of these little tart things. I love these. So Amazon, what I don't like with going to Amazon, somebody said Amazon sucks. You know, Freedom Trucker, baby, high five. The reason why I don't care for Amazon, first of all, when you go in there, Amazon speed limit is 5 miles an hour. Somebody help me. Why is their speed limit so slow? It says like Pilot over Loves personally. Yes, I like Loves myself personally. You said you like Pilot. I don't care for Pilot. Loves it works for me. It says yes, it does. So if it sucks, but so you're over there, Amazon work y'all over there, man. Amazon do not be playing. They do not be playing, okay? For real, for real. It says least at 4 miles per hour, keep as you're in the clock. Yeah, they go too slow over there for me. I don't know what be their problem. Every time I go there to get a load, they be trying to say I be speeding. I don't be speeding. I mean, like, going 5 miles per hour in a semi is like you sitting still. It says, what's in the cold press? Hold on. I'll show you. So, what's in this cold press? It has cherry, cranberry, purple carrot, strawberry, raspberry, black mulberry, and bilberry. All the different berries. But I love elderberry too, if you can see it. It's just a whole bunch of different berries. And it's cold pressed. It's not like if you would make it at home yourself. That's the best if you went out and bought like elderberries, blueberries, all the good stuff. I have to get what's on the road. So that's the best I can do. It says, I'm asking because you said variety. Well, yeah, that's what it says. It says, are you trucks governed? Oh, yes. The trucks, mine is governed, yes. Our owner ops are not. Is your truck governed? Mine is governed. Yes, it is. Every truck is governed at a different one. It says freedom. It says elderberry, really good for you. Yes, elderberry is actually excellent. I love elderberry. You can buy it in the Walmart too. They got elderberry, you know, mixed with and a lot of stuff. You know, elderberry is supposed to be good for you. Okay. It says, I used to help load and strap down loads on flatbeds. And I know that it's a heck of a workout. Yes, it is, Ezekiel, but let me tell you something. It is an excellent exercise. And you are right. It is definitely a workout. Flatbed is not for everybody. You either can hang with it or you can't. And I've seen some guys get into it, and after a week, they just can't do it no more. It says, don't agree with you with your name, but I do love when they tarp our loads for us. Why you don't agree? Why you don't agree with this? Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. You said, in other words, Freedom Trucker USA. You're saying you don't agree with his name, with your name, but I do love when they tarp our loads for us. What's wrong with his name? Actually, it's a blessing because God loves all people. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're saying you don't like the title of his name. Huh. Tony, yo, man, look who's in the house, in the building. Tony, yo, man, what's up poppin'? You got to finish telling me why you... Okay, so you're saying you don't like his name because God loves all people? It says yes, but it's a free country, so who cares? Ha ha. It says Tony, yeah, baby. Okay. Well, it says Mr. Lemon Thunder himself. What's up at Tony, yo, man? All your people up in here, Tony, keeping me company until your video pop out tonight. So I was just in here chit chat with a couple of truckers and eating me some tacos. I got me some chicken tacos. Everybody, y'all can see my tacos. Chicken tacos from what's the name of the taco place? Oh, Taco John's. Yep. Got me some sauce. For you guys just joining in, I got these little bites. Okay, it says Freedom Trucker. It says judge people by their characters, not at the color of their skin. MLK. Word. It says, what are our serious podcasts? Oh, he's speaking to somebody. Yeah, I see what you're saying, you know, but people got some names. Everybody's got their own little names and stuff. I mean, it's just like people got names that people don't like. Let's just put it like that. Oh, he's speaking to Tony's speaking to everybody as they come in. Tony, you getting ready to pop out one of those videos? You gonna give everybody a sneak peek? Mark Grayson, hello. Welcome to the chat, Mark. How are you doing? We just chit-chatting. It says, Freedom, do you have any advice for meals? Only thing I can tell you about meals is try to eat as healthy as you can. If you can, cook off of your truck. But sometimes the way I roll, I don't be having time. Go to the store, buy you a whole bunch of stuff, like good, like, you know, like a George Foreman grill or something. You can do chicken breast, you know, just whatever. But, you know, the truck is so confined that a lot of stuff gonna get in your clothes. It's just, sometimes it's just a little bit difficult for me. You know? I suggest you go buy a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables and you can cut them up. You know? How was your day today, Mark? Mark, my day was wonderful. How was your day today, Mark? It says true. I have a crock pot. Yeah, you can crock pot. You can go get some vegetables out of the Walmart. You can get you some type of meat. You can drop it all in there. You can hook it up. You can let it steam and cook all day. It says, how much home to? I don't know what you're saying. It says, my day today is good. That's awesome. That is so awesome. It's Saturday, everybody. Anybody got any plans? Anybody going out? Stepping out to the club? Going to the bar? Going skating? What y'all got planned for the night, the rest of the night? It's still early in some places. I'm curious. These tacos, they so. I don't think I'm gonna too much get these tacos no more. I don't really care for them. They're okay though. My day today is good. So what everybody got planned for tonight? Anybody stepping out on the town? Do anybody still go out and go party and go to clubs and do stuff like that? I'm just curious. It says, I meant how much home do you all get? The most I drive is 400 miles home every night. LOL. Oh, you run dedicated. Every driver gets home different times. I stay out a month. And then I go back home. But I mean, I can get out anytime because I run up and down 35. It says, Mark, it says, it's crazy how time goes by fast. Yes, yes. Time, it says black. Okay, it says, I used to go out when I was younger, but now I enjoy staying at home. I know that's right. Wow. It says I got 2,600 miles last week. Okay, you doing your thing. Freight is still slow. I remember we used to be rocking at 3,200 miles. Yeah, it's not like that no more. Nope. You're doing good if you're getting 2,600 miles. Every blue moon, they'll let you get about 3. Okay, the week before you got 2,900. Okay. All right. Y'all doing good then. For a lot of you don't know, it's just what is this? It's just said just came all over grandma's face. Okay. Explain yourself. The warrior, it says just came all over grandma's face. I don't even know what you're talking about. Freedom Trucker, it says lots of steel codes. Yeah, lately, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. But the main thing is going right now is food. If you hauling food and hospital supplies, it says disgusting warrior. Okay, yeah, but you know, it just like I said, it depends on what you're hauling. Food and hospital supplies are gonna always rock. That's wild. What's wild? Mark. Mark said that's wild. What exactly wild, Mark? And again, I appreciate everybody that's in the chat, taking the time to stop in. See a lot of Warner trucks everywhere. So you're saying you see a lot of Warner trucks? It depends on where you at. I think they went a corridor up and down. It says, I'm in the Motor City. Oh, you in Detroit. Michigan. It's the not weekend for me. And the Madden 26 go Lions. Okay. Well, I don't know nothing about no sports, but okay, go Lions. Go Lions. It says Warriors just said something crazy that I didn't even want to explain. Well, explain it. We want to hear it. So what did Warrior say? It says Warrior just said something crazy that I don't even want to explain. Why you don't want to explain it? If it was crazy, go ahead and explain it. Why not? I think it's getting cold in here. Man. I don't know how to adjust this doggone thing. I think you should go ahead and then talk about it. It says Warrior is sick. It says Warrior said he was going to bust on you like a weird way. I don't even know what he mean by busting on me in a weird way. I'm slow. But whatever he was saying, guess what? It don't even faze me. Trust me. It says, yeah, that went over my head too. Let's not talk about that. LOL. That's what I'm saying. A lot of stuff I hear and I see it and I can read it. But let me tell you, it goes over my head too. Trust and believe. Yeah, you're right. Let's keep it pushing. Let's get back to the truck driver. How's the temperature where a lot of people is? It's still pretty hot. It's still hot where I'm at. It's so hot on the thing. It's saying like, I think 100 degrees. But it's cold in here. It says, well, sent the prayer warrior his way. 90. Oh, it's 96 where you at? Okay. All right. Well, y'all know it's gonna be a heat wave. It's supposed to be a heat wave all this month, so it says I have air conditioning. Well, I have air conditioning too. That's why I got on this jacket. I can't get my air conditioning to adjust. That I either have to turn the truck off, and then when I turn it off, well, my truck is gonna go in the shop. I'm gonna put it in the shop Monday, because I have to have new tires. I have to have my oil changed. I gotta have some services done, and I'm gonna have them to see what's going on with my air conditioner. Even my air conditioner get too cold, and I'll be up in here, you know, with hoodies and stuff on. And then if I turn it off, it'll cool down, and then it'll get too warm, and then I get hot again. So it's like a back and forth. I've tried to adjust it, but it won't go in between where it's comfortable. So that's telling me that it's off. Like when, just like at your house, when the air conditioner either get too hot or too cold, or if your heater get too warm. That's what I'm talking about. It says, what year is your truck? My truck is a 2025 Freightliner. I might get that KW again. I had a KW, but I traded it in for this. And I'm not liking this one at all. It says, I have 2 kittens. One of them names is Milo, and the other one, their name is Bella. Okay, Bella is a girl, and Milo is a boy. Okay, that's pretty cool. They brand new kittens. How old are they? It says nice. Mine is a Freightliner also, but yours is 2023. Okay. Freedom Trucker 2023. Is it leather and fully loaded? I'm curious. It says they're both 3 weeks old. Wait a minute, how you get kittens 3 weeks old? I hope I hope the mom is still there. They're supposed to be with the mom at least for 6 weeks. Or is the mom still around? Or are you bottle feeding them, Mark? It says no leather. Okay. What color is yours, Freedom? What color? Is it the basic color? He said no leather. Yeah. I want it says the mama abandoned the kitten, so we took. Okay, that's why you got them. Why they're so little? Cause okay then. Well, that's pretty nice of you to take care of them. I don't know what's up with these cats abandoning their kittens like that. Oh, so Freedom. So your truck is blue. Okay, cool. All right. You got an automatic, or some of the companies still have standard. Standard meaning a stick shift where you shifting gears, or you just automatic. I'm curious. I know a lot of our owner ops still have they shifting gears. A lot of the companies have taken away the stick shifter and the clutches because a lot of the new drivers coming out of school, it says I have a restriction on my drivers. You know what? I've seen that. You know what? When you get a chance, if I was you, I would go somewhere and get tested out with a stick shift so you won't have that restriction. Because if you ever leave the company that you're with and you go to a smaller company or a company that all of their trucks is stick shift, you won't be able to drive it because you have that restriction for automatic. It says, oh, I have no restrictions. I'm sorry, but I'm my bad. See, I wear glasses. I'm half looking at it. I see what you're saying. My bad. It says I have no restrictions, but I drive an automatic. No restrictions. Okay. I did is 10 speed. Yeah, because you know I've known drivers that have restrictions. Like I think Chicago, and certain states do that. I tell people don't get no restrictions on your license, because you go to one company, they have automatics, and then you go to another company and then they have a stick shift. Well, by law you can't drive that stick shift if your license strictly says automatic. But if you have the standard, you can drive both. See, because when I started driving, they didn't have automatics, but now just about all the companies have automatics. I guess it saves them money. I really don't understand why you would make a semi-automatic, but okay, hey, it's what it is. That's the way it rolls. It says trucks are cool. Yeah, Mark, and if you go to some of my short videos, go to my short videos and scroll down and look at all the different color trucks. I got some orange ones, some green ones, white, some black ones. Go in there and check out some of my short videos and you'll see some of the interesting trucks. I think you'll like some of them if you haven't been to my shorts, and check them out. Those are just a few of them. And then if you really like trucks, go over there and check out a few of the truckers. We got a few truckers on the channel here that pops in, riding along with Dan. We got Rocky Mountain Hills. We got a few truckers that be in here. Of course, I don't know if everybody that pops in have a YouTube channel, any flatbed, any content. Freedom, he says manual is better, I think. Yeah, you know, everybody's got their different things. It says my dream car is a blue Ferrari. Why do you want a Ferrari? Well, get your dream car. Go right ahead. My dream truck is a Shelby Ford F-150 pickup. You know the price tag on them bad boys? One day, anybody in here rich want to buy a Shelby, go right ahead. That's what I want. I want a smoke gray, tinted leather, fully loaded. I want a lift on that bad boy. I want some nice tires. That's what I'm talking about. Forget a Ferrari. A Ferrari ain't gonna do nothing for me because I'm not into fast cars. I'm into trucks, baby. It's all about the trucks. I want that Shelby though, but when I seen that price tag, I said, I think I'll pass. Yep. But a lot of people like luxury cars, SUVs, whatever. It says, yeah. It says, what's dry van? Dry van is just a regular 53-foot trailer that is dry, and they just haul dry goods. No refrigerated, non-perishable, stuff like that. We haul a variety of stuff. That's what a dry van is. And then when they say refrigerated or reefer, they are hauling food goods, like all cold food, milk, eggs, anything, that's perishable. And then, of course, you got the black flatbed. You got so many divisions in the truck. You got heavy haulers. You got, and I wish Rhett was in here tonight, or Scott. Scott is a heavy hauler, and Rhett is a bull hauler. And I think, and then, of course, was there? No, I was thinking of somebody else's channel. There's a lot of different fields in trucking. It says, in my opinion, I just don't like trucks, but I'm just calling them cool. It's just in my opinion. Okay, yeah, you have a right in your opinion. A lot of people don't like trucks, but then they say they're cool. I mean, you like what you like. Yep. You like what you like. And I am not mad at you. It says, are you no touch freight? Yes, I am no touch freight. I don't touch any of my, I don't even count my freight. It's all counted by the shipper. And sometimes I sit in the dock door and sometimes I don't. Meaning getting unloaded or getting loaded. It just varies, but that's a rare. Most majority of the times I pick my loads up. My loads are preloaded, up and ready to go. Most majority of the time. Yeah. Yep. Again, like I said, it says, I admit, Mark, I don't like kittens, but they're cool, LOL. Why you don't like kittens? What's up with it? What's the problem with a kitten? Mark said it's okay. So what time zone is everybody on? East, west? What time zone are you guys on right now? I'm on Central Time Zone. Anybody on the East Coast? Like way up in New York, New Jersey, on the West Coast, California, something like that? It says, you are a tough sister to be able to drive long distance. Much respect. I appreciate that. Been doing it for a while. I try to average, if I do my long hauls every day, I say the minimum about 600 miles a day. Everybody, that's when freight is strong. Right now, freight is not as strong. It says they can't protect you. Oh, so you would prefer a dog because you said a kitten can't protect you? Is that what you're saying? I think kittens are cute, but I don't want a kitten. And you know why? Kittens are very bad. They're like a toddler. They get into everything. Okay? They climb up stuff. I don't know if anybody here ever had a kitten. My neighbor had a kitten, and that kitten was all over the place. They're like a little toddler. You gotta tell them to stop, sit down. They just into everything. I'm talking about little kittens. Yep. Whew. Yep. But a lot of people love kittens. I see something says and arrogant. It says, yeah, and arrogant. Yes, they are. It says, are you serious about a podcast? It says, okay, if you don't like kittens. It says, yes. It says, they appreciate dark man. Okay. Well, you guys seem like you're talking in the middle of each other, which is all good. But I'm glad everybody was here. I mean, everybody's here. I'm really appreciating the chat. I'm going to talk about some different topics. It says, but they are worse than toddlers because they can climb. Yes, that's what I was talking about, how they be climbing. My neighbor's cat, the little kitten, it climbed all the way up her curtains. And they just, yeah, a toddler can't do all of that. You absolutely right about that crawling. Oh my gosh, it's just mind-blowing. And they'll get up there and get stuck. They're so adorable. But you're absolutely right. They cannot climb as well as a toddler. And they get into everything. Like I said, they're like a little kid, but they are worse. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. No doubt about that. So, you know, I'm going to wait and see if a lot of more of what I call grown and sexy people join in. Because I want to talk about a few topics. So I don't know why I got on here with no children in here, but I'm wondering the age of some of the people that's up in here. I'm not quite sure. But I just wanted to touch on some topics. Well, it don't matter if they're in here, because I put on there was no kids. So if they got in here, they just got in there. And the reason why I'm bringing this topic up, because I had a friend that this had went down to, and I was wondering if a sister girl of mine that I rock with on YouTube, you know, Life with Nikki Lee, if you guys get a chance, go check out her channel. Well, she posted a video, and I reposted a video. It says, are you serious about a podcast at 41? 41. What do you mean 41? Oh, that's your name. It says, what are you serious? 40. I don't get what 41, what that means. And then it says, oh, this is so cool room that I randomly fell into, and I'm not complaining. Don't threaten me with a good time. Okay. You guys don't go at it. Don't go at it. It says, yo, black people are the chosen. You're cool. Okay. Well, anyhow, let me share my story, y'all. If y'all want to listen, y'all want to tune in. It says, what age? Oh, okay. I see. He said he was 41. Okay. So there's no kids in here, correct? Like no one. Because, you know, there's kids that sneak in people's chat, and they'd be like, 9, 10, 11 years old. Do we have anybody in here that's like 9, 10, or 11? If you are, just be honest and say you're like whatever. Because, well, if you are, you got in here by accident, because I put restrictions on here. Send $500. What do you need why would somebody send you $500? Who are you? See, just ignore that person. That's a troll. Trolls love attention. So when trolls come in, I just let them talk. Eventually, they'll disappear. So let me tell you the story. So anyhow, as I was saying about Life with Nikki Lee, she put out a video. I reposted the video in my community post. So if you go, it's the first video and you can click on it, or you can go to her page and you can watch the video. So it's a young lady talking about her friend, which I had a friend that happened to her. Basically, long story is what it is. So the young lady was dating a gentleman, and they were dating for I think like 20 years. That was like, if I'm telling the story right, it was like his girlfriend, and they were dating. So they never got married or nothing. I think he had like a daughter or some kids and stuff like that. So what happened was, he got sick, whatever. Just say he passed away. And when he passed away, she wanted to take care of all of the situation, whether it would be, for the arrangements for the funeral or whatever it like to be. And what I'm hearing from the story, I think this gentleman was still married or something like that. So therefore, the girlfriend she couldn't do anything. Oh, bam, look who I spoke up. My girl. Life of Nikki Lee. Baby, Nikki, was I just not talking about you and you popped in? You guys go to her page and check out this video. Nikki, I'm trying to tell the story, but when you posted that, do you know I have a friend? Well, we don't really, associate now. I talk to her from time to time about the video that you posted earlier today that I reposted about the young lady talking about the girlfriend, and when she passed away, she couldn't do anything. So I was trying to tell a story, some similar to the video that you put up. It says, bye, I'm leaving. Okay, see ya. Well, have a good one. Thanks for shining in. I appreciate that, Mark. Thank you. Come back again. So as I was saying, Nikki Lee, she's in the chat. She posted a video. And Nikki, when you posted that video, it reminded me of she used to be a real good friend of mine. I'm not going to mention her name just in case she's lurking or she's in the bushes or something. So the story goes, but the man that she was messing with, even though that was her boyfriend, he was married, okay? But him and the wife, they were separated, or whatever you want to call it. I guess they were living apart, but they were still legally married. She was dating him, I don't know, 7, 8 years or whatever the deal is, and the same thing happened. He ended up passing away, this, that, and another. But check this out. The wife, because they were still legally married, was, got to say so with everything. The wife was able to prepare the funeral, got all his money, his funds, this and that. But the girlfriend of almost, I'm just going to say the girlfriend, in case she's in there, I don't want she talking about me. The woman that he was dating was almost 10 years. She didn't get nothing out of that benefit. Nothing. So when you posted that video, Nikki, I was like, oh my gosh, I know somebody that was in that similar situation. You dating or being with a person for so long, especially if they're still legally married and they have not divorced. What a lot of people don't realize is that girlfriend is not going to benefit, even if y'all are legally separated, whatever. If something shall happen to that man and boom, just like that wife that he's still legally married to, she's the one that's going to benefit. She's going to get all of his like Social Security benefits, pension, whatever. She has the right to take the body, plan the funeral, do everything. And that's what a lot of people do not understand. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's a tax decision. Yeah, it really is. And so a lot of people's not aware. But when you posted that video, Nikki, I had already knew that didn't happen to people. And I'm going to tell you another one. This is a little bit off topic too. I knew a girl, right? This was some years ago. And another thing, when you date someone, you need to get to know that person. You need to get to, let me tell you something, people. When you date, I'm talking about male and females, you need to find out if that person is like a diabetic, if they have heart problems, if they're on medications. You need emergency phone numbers. You guys need to think about that, because there's a girl that I knew. We had went to the same church, briefly, long story. She was dating somebody. It was on the up and up. He wasn't married. She wasn't married. But the problem is they didn't get to know each other good enough, because they was out on vacation having a good time. At least they thought they was. They were in their room, whatever popping off. It's all fine. He has a heart attack. She didn't even know he had a heart condition. She didn't even know he was on heart medication. Okay, so when she called the paramedics and the paramedics come, they was asking her questions. Girlfriend couldn't tell them nothing because she didn't have that information. Not only that, his phone was locked. She couldn't get in there to call like none of his family. I mean, come on. How are you with somebody and never thought about what if emergency pop up? Can I call your brother? Can I call your sister, your mama, or your daddy? Who can I call? You see what I'm saying? Nikki said it's exactly why it says, yep, it says check for mental issues. And what? Yes, there you go. And you got a lot of people. Oh, Chrissy, what's up, my love? That's another. Chrissy is in the house. I'm glad you guys were able to shine in. We were just chit-chatting, Chrissy, about a video that Nikki Lee had posted on her page earlier. I reposted it. It's like 5-minute video, but it's just a young lady telling about what happened to somebody that the young lady was a girlfriend, and when the man passed away, she really didn't have no rights for nothing. So yes, you're right though, Nikki. You got to check for mental illness. You got to check for all sort of stuff because you just never know who you're dealing with, especially if you're dealing with somebody got health problems and you guys are out on vacation or you somewhere and something happened, and say for instance they're diabetic and you don't know because they kept that hidden from you and they have a diabetic attack. And if you're not even familiar with diabetes, you wouldn't even know what's going on. And the paramedics come, and then the paramedics say, hey, have they took their insulin? And you be like, huh, what? I don't know. Like, I don't get how you're in a relationship with somebody and you don't know nothing about them. Like, just not cool. That's just my opinion, though. You know? And that has happened to so many people that I've even seen it in the movies. A lady laying up with somebody and something happened and she didn't know that he was like a diabetic or had heart problems or was on medicine or whatever the deal is. Like, to me, when you're with somebody, you need to know what's going on with them in case there's an emergency. And you also need numbers. You're with these people. Say, for instance, you know, Chrissy, you're with somebody and you just met them and y'all out Jamaica somewhere. And you got to think about both ends for you and for him. If emergency happened with you or him, who would he call for you? Everybody got locks on their phone, codes. Can he get in your phone, Chrissy? Can he call one of your family members? Can you get in his phone? Can you call one of his family members? Do you see what I'm saying? If something should happen to you, are you on medication? Do he know the medications you're taking? Is he on medication? But the problem is, people are so private that you don't know nothing about them. I mean, just you can't. So did you guys see, I'm not quite sure where the gentleman was from. So Nikki, you might have seen it. You might have too, Chrissy. It was a wealthy businessman. It says, yes, these folks be out here living double lives too. Sis, go ahead and preach. Did you see the one about the businessman that was from, I think Georgia somewhere over there? Either way, he had multiple businesses. He was married. He had 2, 3, 4 kids or whatever. And he had like home in Florida. He had vacations home, just well off. And so when he went on a business trip to Las Vegas, check on his property, yada yada, he hooked up with 2 girls. You can see him on camera. I seen it on the news. And he walking with them hand in hand. He all happy about to do his thing. Gets in there, they robs him. And you know, whatever, boom, boom, bam, lights out. He just laid there strapped until the maid came in. And of course, people said they heard something, but they didn't know what it was. Nobody had no way of getting hold with this man's wife, family. It just mind blowing. So he go on vacation. You go on vacation, dude. You ain't tell nobody where you at. You ain't tell nobody like, hey, I'm in Vegas. I'm at the MGM Grand. I'm in room whatever. If you don't hear from him or something happened, hey, this is the deal. You know? I mean, it's just crazy. Oh, yeah. It says, I heard about that. Yeah, I think you know which one I'm talking about, too. He was a businessman. Yeah, you're right. Living straight up double, triple lives. forget double lives, as I heard about. Yes, y'all know who I'm talking about. The brother, yeah, he was out there in Las Vegas, whatever, and it was all on the news and everything. And they had a wife back home and kids. And when I seen her on the news, the wife was just looking like, whatever. Nah, I'm just saying. Everybody grieved differently, but she had this look on her face like, I ain't gonna even go there. It says, oh yeah, I heard about that one. I heard about that one. And it says, honestly, it's the best policy. There you go. Did they catch those girls? I don't, because you seen it, Nikki, it was two of them. You know what? I think they did catch them, if I'm not mistaken. They were younger girls, but they was doing that to a lot of men up in that area. And you've got to be very careful. I be trying to watch certain topics that I talk on, but some of this stuff needs to get out there because a lot of people is unaware. Honesty is the best policy, but unfortunately, people have to lie. Nikki said, I think they did. It says, yeah, I think they did too. But you have a lot of people that's going to lie. They're not going to tell you the truth. They'll just lie to you about everything. And then see, the problem is when you start lying, you're going to keep telling lie after lie after lie. Because you have to keep covering up the lie that you told before that other lie. And somewhere in there, you're going to get caught up. Hello, pretty butterfly. Welcome to the chat. We just chit-chatting right about now. And I'm glad you're back, and I hope you had a wonderful birthday. I know you just had your little steak and potato. You was just at home chilling. But another birthday was so awesome. So, at the end of the day, like he said, honesty. Honesty is the key. Chrissy says, that's like the CEO. Yes, that CEO was caught on the jumbos. Yes, at the Coldplay concert with his. Yes, that was a trip. And then he was looking at the screen. I'm like, dude, I'd have just played that off. But he got cold busted. But you got a lot of them that do stuff like that. You somewhere it's gonna come out. And I'm telling you, it's just not cool. And what I don't understand, and now any fellas don't come for me, I don't understand people that like get married and then they just cheat and run all around town. Why did you even get married? Just finish being the person you are. But do you know how many people get married and still play the field? Like, what was even the point of getting married if you knew you were gonna still be messing around? Like, why even waste everybody's time? I just don't understand it, because I have some men in my family, that are like that. They've gotten married. I'm like, yo, boy, what did you get married for? And you still out here in the streets? You could have just stayed, gigoloing or whatever you want to call it. It says the women doesn't make it any better. It says she's ducking all over the camera. Yes, she was. Exactly. I don't get it. Yes, she was ducking all over the camera. But he was not thinking to be at a place where them big old screens is at, them big old TV screens. It says, I've always wondered about that. Yeah. And there they was, just like got them, just like, boom, there you are. And they was all hugged. I'm like, oh, baby, you got to explain that now. Whatever happened to that case? Does anybody know? I didn't follow it no more after that. Like, did the wife do anything? It says exactly. Men can be so predictable. Yes, they can, Nikki. Did anybody hear any updates about it? Like, is he still with his wife? And like, what was done? What happened after that? Because that was the talk of the town there for a moment. Yes, it was. But it says he could have just acted normal, right? No one would have made it a big deal. I know. They said the lady resigned. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. It's so many different stories behind it. And but they're not the only one. There's so many of them like that. And it's to the point where some of this stuff, it says his wife took his last name off her Facebook profile. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, see, I don't have Facebook, so I can't see that tea. Only time I can see some good tea, I go over there to Nikki's page. It says the chosen. Let me see what he's saying. Wait. It says, I believe that the man got fired, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, the CEO got fired? It says, ooh wee. Nikki said, ooh wee. It says, hi, my friend. Hello, Vakash. How are you doing? You guys get a chance, go over there and check out my dear friend. He got an awesome page. You can hit that, hit his profile. Welcome to the chat. I went in a couple of your chats, but I got lost in there. I kept putting my name and kept putting my name, but you had so many people up in the chat. It was like a needle in a haystack. But I want to thank you for coming into the chat. You guys get a chance. He had awesome handwriting, awesome penmanship. I did a collab with him. Good evening. I did a collab with him with the handwriting and stuff. So yes, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you stopped in a few of my chats, but I'm glad you made it back in. It said, okay, it says, hey, but yeah, it says, thank you so much. Thank you too. I really appreciate that. And then I see you wrote my name on there a couple more times when I wasn't in the chat. I want to say thank you. And when I came in the chat, you was telling all your subscribers to go subscribe to Yolanda's channel. I want to thank you. Thank you for all the support. It's just well appreciated. He's good people, you guys. And like I said, if you like good penmanship and handwriting, you guys hit on his profile, go over there and check him out. He might connect with you. I'm just saying, he might pop up on you and write your hand out, and he's really good with that penmanship. He's definitely been gifted in that department. But like I said, welcome. Come to the chat anytime. We're just chit-chatting about stuff that some men, I don't know how they feel about it, but it's what it is. We was talking about the CEO. 80s baby. Hey, Yolanda mods in chat. Hey, 80s baby, how are you doing, love? Welcome aboard. We was talking about you earlier. I was in somebody's chat and I was saying, yeah, 80s baby always be popping in. Pop in and show some love. But yeah, so with that, back to that, we was in the topic of that CEO. So somebody said the CEO, they think that he got fired or something, right? But he was making good money. A CEO makes real good money. Yes. Real good money. I don't know how much they make, but I know it's probably it's way up there. I would not ruin my job as a CEO trying to mess around on the side. That just don't make no sense to me. But hey, I'm not one to judge. Each is their own. Do your own thing, whatever floats your boat. And I'm glad I seen a couple of you guys over there in Jolia's Legacy over in her chat. I seen Ezell over there. I seen Chrissy over there with somebody else. And that was so cool coming over there showing her some support. She is good people over there. Jolia Legacy, she's good people. And she said she was trying to find you guys, but she couldn't. And I tried putting your connections in there. I don't know if she got it, whatnot. It says folks are seriously being exposed this season. Yes, they are. It says Pretty Butterfly. It said, and he's the friend was with them trying to... Y'all need to stop. It said, and the friend was with him. He was trying to hide. Y'all all up on it, huh? I missed a lot of that. Said the friend was trying to hide, huh? Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to go back and look at that video some more. That was like a hot mess. That was the topic for a whole cup of tea. It was hilarious. For real. You said and the friend was trying to hide, huh? Okay, what to say? The camera said, busted. You can't hide from them big old cameras. See, first of all, why are you at a big old public place and them cameras just be beaming down on random people? Why are you like at this type of place and you think that, like, come on now. If there's panic in the crowd, I know that's right. Right. That's wild though. But a lot of them are getting, it ain't just that. What is he saying? And the chosen one. It says, okay, I just saw the CEO was put on. Oh, so they just put him on leave. So the CEO still has his job. Wait a minute, it's getting too cold. Hold on, y'all. Oh, God, I told y'all. It gets too cold up in here. My nose starting to run. So the CEO still have his job, but he said, okay, he just saw the CEO was put on leave. So they let him keep his job and just put him on leave. Well, I wonder how long is he going to be on leave, or like what's the purpose of his leave? What exactly are they doing? Like, are they investigating something? I mean, I'm a little bit curious. What on leave for what? Like, just to see if he, I mean, that's weird, but okay. All right. I guess that's better than him losing his job overall, huh? Hey, it's what it is. I'm surprised I ain't seen Michelle in the chat. Michelle, you only pop in. Tony, yo, man, you still in the chat? He said he was getting his food ready. And for you guys that came in later, I had a place called, I ate it already. It was called Taco John's. I had got some tacos and some little tater tot things, and I got one of these little cold pressed juice. It's got elderberry, blackberry, just one of these juices, almost like if you juicing. What did he says? He says that was on July 1st. NBC article. It says, I don't know what happened after that. Oh, so they didn't post anything else after that? July. Oh, so that was a few months ago. That's when he got suspended. I mean, took a leave. I guess they're looking into it, or maybe they're going to wait till everything boiled down. And once everything boiled down, he'll probably just go right back to work like nothing happened. I don't know what happened. Okay, yeah. And he'll probably just go back right after that. Yeah. And then I had got one, this off subject, I got one of these juice thing because Mary, it's me. If you go over there and check out her YouTube page, she made a smoothie today. I seen it. If you guys go over there and see, it's me. Her name is Mary Singleton. She made a smoothie, so I went and got one of those. It says Pretty Butterfly. It says I checked. He resigned. So, okay, so first you guys said that he was on leave, and I guess when he was on leave, he stayed. It says, let me see what I can find out. Okay, I think, because, yeah, Pretty Butterfly says, I checked. She said it said he resigned. Okay. So is there anybody that's taking his place? And then, okay, so he was the CEO. Did his family own that company, or he just was the CEO of the company? Like, sometimes that be like a family business. It says maybe he's making some good stuff of her channel. Okay. It says, oh, okay, yeah. So he's seeing where they said that he resigned. That he resigned from the job. And I know they paid him pretty good when he left. I know they did. And you know, back what I was talking about before Nikki came in. So Nikki, before you came, we was talking about that video that you posted about the lady that was walking, and she was talking about her friend. Like, she said her friend was the girlfriend. And you know, like Nikki was saying, ladies don't do that, which is true. So basically, with that story, you guys need to go see the video. It's like a 5 or 6 minute video, so it's kind of easy to watch. It's on Nikki's page. If you go to her, where her videos at, you got the shorts, you got the regular videos, and then you got the community channel. So you'll see it right in her regular video. I think it's probably her last video that she posted. And it says, I was talking about Mary's recipe on her channel. Yes, Mary got some good recipe. Mary be cooking over there. It's me, that's what she go by, but her name is Mary Singleton. Mary be cooking. I love seeing what she got each time. So if you go to Nikki's page, you all, and you watch that video, I've had a lot of people to watch it. Well, I told them to watch it. I don't know if they watched it, but I said, y'all need to check this out, because sometimes people don't want to see the truth. So the lady is walking, she got her cell phone in front of her, and she's just telling the story, what happened to someone that she knew that was a girlfriend, and when the man had passed away, that she couldn't do nothing with the body, she couldn't do anything, she was just a girlfriend, you know? And I'm not bumping anybody, that's how it is sometimes, but I think if you're going to be somebody's girlfriend for 20 years, I'm just going to keep it real. Y'all need to sign up something saying, hey, if something happened to you, like, you know, how can I still pay the bills? How can I mean, I don't know. I ain't finna go there. I'm not even finna, because I don't want nobody coming for me. Just never mind. I'm going to leave that to Nikki. Y'all go, let Nikki handle that. Because I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me shut up. I ain't going to even go there. But I will say, 20 years is a long time to be somebody's girlfriend. Do not come for me, please. I'm just saying. I'm speaking for Yolanda. Yolanda ain't finna be nobody's girlfriend for 20 years. If you ain't marrying me, and we, man, bye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be you. 20 years? You got me messed up. Because some states, that's common law marriage. Sonia Whitley in the chat. Yolanda. Hello, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you stopping in. I'm trying to read. Wait a minute. Pretty Little Butterfly. That's what I was thinking. Nothing in the place of the clay. Something happened. Right. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing like that, Pretty Butterfly. But I'm just saying, if you're good enough to be with somebody for 20 years, what's wrong with you marrying them? A lot of people don't believe in marriage, and I respect that. I respect everybody's beliefs and everything. But I mean, like, come on. Do you know how many people get screwed if something shall happen to the person? It says, is this your channel, sis? Preach. Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I'm trying not to offend no one, Nikki. You know, Nikki, my girl, Chrissy, they've been rocking with me for a while. My day oneers, 80 babies. It's a lot of, even Pretty Butterfly is rocking with her. So I'm starting to see my regulars. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. I'm trying not to offend no one. I'm trying to watch what I say. I'm just, and I don't want no one that's in here, because there could be somebody in here that's been somebody's girlfriend for 20 years. I was just saying, I don't want to be nobody's girlfriend for 20 years. Because what are you getting? Okay, so 20 years, say for instance, that man has a good government job or military, or if he was military, government, even it don't matter. Just being with him and stuff like that. So my thing is, and something happened to him, who gets his Social Security? Who get his pension? Not the girlfriend. Am I right or wrong? Somebody help me. Not the girlfriend. Who gets all of his benefits? I'm just saying. And you being the girlfriend, do you get everything? No. It says, and you're getting that right. You know who gets it? If he got kids by somebody else, it's going straight to them. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. But you got some people will just settle. And I'm not saying settle. I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm trying to be just firm. I'm not dating nobody for 20 years. Yolanda is just keeping it real, baby. After about, we dating, I'll give it 3 years. We pushing it at 5. And if you ain't trying to, like, we got to figure out something. 20 years to be dating somebody? And then if something happened to him, what do you get? I don't get his Social Security. I don't get his benefit. I don't get nothing. I don't even get to take over his body to do the arrangement. I think it'll probably be his mother or a daughter or somebody that's still there. I get no say so, because I'm just a girlfriend. That's not happening. Not on my dime. I'm sorry. Yeah, ain't no, we right. That's all I'm saying. Says Sonia, it says you are right unless there is something in the writing that is legal. Okay, see, I don't know how that goes. So if you're dating somebody for 20 years and if something happened to them, it has to be legally bonded or something. I'm not quite sure. Because, so what I want to ask anybody, if anybody know. So say for instance, hypothetically, you guys just walk with me. Say for instance, you're dating somebody. Well, I'll use my husband's sample. Say, for instance, me and him was dating for 36 years instead of being married for 36 years. When he passed, what benefit do I get? Somebody help me. Instead of being married for the 36 years and we were just dating, what do I get out of that? Can I get his Social Security? Can I get his pension? Y'all walking with me? We were just dating for 36 years. What? legally, is it depend on what state I am, or do I get anything? Then by him, his mother, they're up in age, they're 80 some, almost 90. They could have took over. Would I have had any rights to do anything? Would I be able to plan the service? I'm just saying. And then we got 2 daughters, but supposing those 2 daughters of his was by somebody else. But me being his girlfriend for all those years, I don't like. See, there, Christy said, I don't think I would have got nothing. It says not unless he has you listed as his beneficiary. Oh, so if he would have had me. So Sonia, so what you're saying, if he would have had me listed, so I'm being his girlfriend for all these years, and if he would have had me listed as a beneficiary, then what, I would have got his Social Security and his pension and all that? Is that what you're saying? Or I just would have got whatever he had on the beneficiary, like insurance or something? Would I would have been able to set his services up? It says if there's no standing will that state his wishes or him leaving you anything, you get nothing. See, that's what I'm talking about. That part right there, Nikki. You see where I'm going with this, ladies? Men, whoever. I guess it can happen both ways, though. You see where I'm going? Because we ain't got no men in the house to agree with us. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the chat. We just chit-chatting. But I feel you, Nikki. I see what you're talking about. I understand what you said. But you imagine the people that are in that situation right now that has been with somebody 10, 15 years, and they have kids by somebody else. So that means if that man didn't put them in the beneficiary and something happened to him and he got kids, or if he's still legally married, that wife and the kids get all the say, so that girlfriend just get pushed to the side. Right? We on the same page. That's what I'm thinking. And I don't understand to go that route. Because that you're screwing yourself. You getting the short end of the stick. That's all I'm saying. So, but hey, I see it happen a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot. I've seen it happen twice. That's it. Twice. And it's not a good thing though. But so I say this is the hard part. You get with somebody and you truly love that person and they will not marry you. Because I know there's people that say they're not married. They don't believe in marriage. What do you do if you're in love with somebody and they won't marry you, but they willing to date you 15, 20 years or the rest of your life, but they're not trying to marry you? It says even if there is a will and he has her listed as a beneficiary, the family can still contest the will. Wow, really, Chrissy? I never knew that. So, with all of these little different things or whatnot, how do you, it says you never really know a person's situations. Each person's situation is different. Okay, yeah. But okay, so you give us your side from a man's side. Any more men in the chat? We got Tony. Come on, some of the men speak up. Talk to us. Hey, Bold. Bold is in the house. Is Bold in the house? Did I overlook her? It says, hey, Bold. I did not see you, sweetheart. I am so sorry. Yeah, I was in the chat earlier with you and that doing your little workout on. I've been in a few of your chats working out. Yeah, you guys get a chance, go over there and check out my girl, my sister, Bold for Life 1490. Go over there and check out Beautiful Butterfly. Anybody in this chat, they have a connection. Nikki Lee, you got Black People in Our Choice. Anybody, just go down the list. And if there's anybody in here you want to connect with, Sonia, anybody, just go check them out. So some of the men, any men in the chat, can y'all please shine in and give us some details on how you guys feel being with somebody and just dating them for a long period of time and then making sure that they are well taken care of. That's all I'm saying. Bo 14 Live, we was just discussing from like that CEO that got busted, and if you went to Nikki's Nikki's channel, Nikki got a video of a lady was talking about her friend was dating somebody for so long and the man passed away and the girlfriend couldn't set up arrangements for the funeral. She didn't have no say so because they were just girlfriend and boyfriend. What was it, Nikki, like 10, 15 years? And so, Bo, we were talking about how would you feel if you was just like you're married. So say, for instance, instead of being married to your husband, 15, 20 years and y'all dated, something shall happen. You just a girlfriend. So you don't get anything, Bo. You have no say so because you're just a girlfriend. How would you feel about that? This is what we're discussing now because there's a lot of people in this situation that are just dating somebody and then something happened, they get nothing out of it. 23 years, 20, who, wait a minute. So you saying that was the girlfriend? What was 23 years, Nikki? I want to know. It says that's sad. That's why marriage is very important. Yes, but that's what we was discussing about. Like, you're married to, you're dating somebody. Say, for instance, if they were in the military have good benefits. If they're like a pilot, if they're a doctor or lawyer, and you're just dating them, and they got, especially if they got kids by somebody else, and you've been loyal and dedicated all of these years with that person, and something happened to them, you just become a nobody. Basically, what does he say? He says, I can't speak for every man. I've seen different situations. Sometimes neither one wants to get married. That's true. Sometimes it's the man or the woman. Okay, yeah, I've heard of situations like that. You're absolutely right. And I agree with you. Just like I've seen people that, like, I knew a girl personally. Well, I still know her. I talk to her every now and then. She's in a relationship. Her clock is ticking. At least that's what she say. And well, well, let's put it like this. When she started dating the man that she's dating, he made it very clear that he has a grown son. And he did not want any more children. He did not want to start over. So you know what she told me? Oh, Yolanda, oh, I'm going to lay it on him. Oh, blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. I'll change his mind. See, you can't change somebody's mind that's already got their mind made up. So anyhow, let's skip to the story. So they've been dating now, probably going on 5 years. But she studied trying to convince this man she want a baby. And he is serious. He said, they have to just go separate ways. And he already told her. He said, if you get pregnant, he told her, you got to get rid of it. I do not want any children. And she think this man is playing. I said, you really think he playing? Tell him, if I got pregnant, I had, girl, it'll just change him. Okay. You don't know how that man might react if you have a baby. And I also know a girl that got pregnant by a dude. She never told him. She left the state. And that man got a grown son to this day and don't even know about it. People, boy, there's some dirty people out here. But I ain't gonna talk about it. Each is their own. It says she's wanting her time with him. Yeah, you're probably right, but it's still not fair. The man made it very clear that he didn't want any children. There's a lot of people don't want to start all over when they got grown kids. And then you got some of them that don't care. I know my kids is grown. I am not trying to start all over. No way, Jose. Even my husband was still here. He was like, well, have another kid. You know what? I love him, but partner, I'm not having no more kids. I'm sorry. That is just bottom line. I don't want any more children. It says there are people who live like roommates in the same house for years and don't even sleep in the same bed. Yeah, I've heard about that. Again, everybody is different. Everybody is different. There's people that are together and married and they're together for financial situations. Like maybe they got a real big fancy house, cars, they got children that they're still trying to raise. So they're, like he just said, they sleep separate rooms and they raising the kids, and when the kids get bigger, grown, they'll leave and they'll do, I guess they're gonna divorce. I don't know, or I guess that, and then a lot of them too, I've seen them. I know this girl, she Catholic. And I haven't talked to her though. So it's been probably 15 years. But the last time I'd heard, she was still married. But she's a Catholic, and the way they was raised or something, they don't believe in divorces and nothing like that. And they, back then when I knew her, they was already sleeping separate. They was just staying married due to whatever. And she says, well, he has girlfriends. What? I don't care. I don't care, because I see my boyfriend. I'm like, wow, okay. But again, everybody's there. I don't judge nobody, because you never know what's going on in somebody's household. Okay, she said, it says, that's so true. Yes. It says, my grandparents were like that. Yeah, you got a lot of them like that. Everybody is different. So that's why I don't judge people. I don't judge nobody's lifestyle. You never know what somebody is going through. You know, just like he just said, just like Nikki said, you got people that are in marriages, they sleep in separate beds. They you know, some of them, they're just like roommates. And on the outside, people looking in, they might think it's all this perfect stuff. It says Nikki's mine's too. I never knew until they passed. Okay, yeah. So everybody's got their own, you know, way of reasoning what they do. And that's why I don't judge people and their relationships. I listen to a lot of the gossip, but at the end of the day, you really don't. Only people know the story is the people that's in the situation. You know what I'm saying? And no marriage is perfect. You're going to have your ups and downs. Me and my husband, we had a lot of ups and downs. You know, it's a long story with ours too. But at the end of the day, you know, hey, we got history in there. You know, it wasn't all peach, especially when he got sick. You know, I ain't finna get all off into that detail. But I'm going to tell you, even long marriages, it's not what everybody. Marriage is hard. I'm speaking for myself. I don't know about Bold or anybody else that's married or whatever. Marriage is not easy. Okay, there's people that got divorced and remarried again. That's how difficult marriage is. You got to be a strong soul to hang in there with a marriage. I'm telling you, it is, baby. I ain't even finna get into it. It ain't no joke. It says through sickness and health. Let me tell you, sickness and health. And baby, you talking about man, oh man, that's all I can say. It's not easy, especially the longer you're married. It's more. There's people that I know that are married right now, been married longer than me, and have kids on the outside. I got a whole nother family, and they're still married. I always think about, what's his name, the Reverend, what's his name, Jesse, what's the man name? He got a whole baby outside, and he's still with his wife. I remember when Jerry Springer passed away, he had biracial kids. Now that shocked me. Jerry, I was like, what? And then they were I was like, Jerry, my man, like, that was mind-blowing. But I ain't finna go there. Let me stop. Let me stop. I know it says all pretty, you know. So it's just crazy. And I was shocked when I found out Jerry had kids. They wasn't just kids. He had biracial kids, and I was like, doggone it. But they say he took care of them. I'm still puzzled about that one. Jerry doing all that nonsense and out creeping. Jerry, you need to stop playing. May he rest in peace. No harm to you, Jerry, if you're looking down. I'm just saying. As I heard about that. Yeah, Chrissy. Anybody that don't know, you know Jerry, the talk show host person. Yeah. And what's the Reverend name? That's a lot of them got kids and been married 40, 50 years. Whole bunch of them got families. Okay. A whole bunch of them. Preachers, doctors, lawyers. That's what I said. I don't judge people. What you laughing about, Nikki? Nikki bugging up about something. It says Jerry Springer was okay, I see what she said. I missed that one. I didn't see that one. I see she put that. I said Jerry. Yes, I didn't want to say nothing, but I'm trying to watch what I'm saying, because I'm not trying to offend nobody. Trust and believe. We all trying to get along. We just chit chatting here, okay? But tell me, did Jerry shock y'all? Jerry Springer was straight swirl. I mean, he had all type of flavors in there. Let's put it like that. And we're not trying to mock Jerry, in case we got some Jerry Springer fans, some Jerry's fans up in here, and they want to come for us. I don't know what to tell y'all, but Jerry was not playing. All I can remember say, Jerry, girl, I don't even know. Lord have mercy. I be trying not to gossip because I be trying to stay off them channels with the tea. But you know, every once in a while, I pop over there with my girl Tasha K. I be listening to some of the juicy stuff because Tasha be on a whole nother. Tasha don't give, she don't care. I be like, girl, you need to just stop. But I be popping in and out. It says, girl, I don't even know that. But honey, I'm just saying. I go over to some of them juicy channels to check out some of that juice. But I try to stay out of some of the drama because, like I said, you don't know what's going on. I try not to be in their business. But I be like, Lord have mercy. I be praying for them. Like, pray for me, baby. Because, you know, they said about we all seeing you. Everybody dealing and going through something. So I don't judge nobody because I don't know the whole story at all. You know, they be seeing people and be quick to say it. I be like, nah, I ain't saying nothing because I don't know what's going on. But I sure be listening to the tea sometime and be trying to see what's going on. Have anybody heard anything else about that new app? Nikki, you said you ordered. Is it still on back order? I want to hear more about that app. And I also want to hear, like, what are they going to do about it? I mean, people saying it's a backup. Like, what's the deal? It says Tasha K be spilling. Girl, Tasha K be on it so bad. How many times Tasha done got her lawyer? Girl, Tasha's on a whole nother level. I be on there. I be saying, she bold though. She be spilling. I don't know how she be finding out. I've been dealing with Tasha before Tasha even got where she got. Now that second time, Tasha done blew up overnight. I remember when her, well, I ain't gonna start mentioning no name. Let me shut up. But do y'all be checking out Trey King? Have anybody in here ever checked out the Trey King show? That's my boy. I've been walking with Trey King for a minute. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? Somebody say yes if y'all know who Trey King is. The Trey King show? I'm gonna see if anybody know who Trey King is. My nose is running from this air conditioners too cold and too hot. It says my request on the tea apple went accepted several days ago. Okay then. Okay. All right. That tea app, child. There's a lot of people gonna need to be bailed out and bail bondsmen. Oh, say Chrissy, you said I do. It says I love Trey King. Yes, Trey King, that's my boy. I've been rocking with him a long time. He's coming along. I love how he be doing. You know, he's a comedian too. Yeah, I like his intro. Yeah, he's a comedian too. Thirsty Thursdays and the itty bitty man, he need to sit down somewhere. But that's my boy. There's a lot of people I've been rocking with that put out some pretty good content. They really do, and they inspire you. They push you to go on and different things like that. And you watch some of their old content and their new content. And it says Trey is so funny. Yeah, he reminds me of Tony Yo Man. Trey and Tony, they kind of on that same level, be cracking jokes and don't realize, because you know, he'd be like, what's so funny, you know, and they don't be trying to crack jokes. It just come naturally. It says I'll look him up. Yes, look up his name is, so what is it? Is that Nikki and Chrissy, what is Trey King? What is it, at Trey King show? Or is it, let me see, it says, yeah, I follow him from 2 years. Yes. I'm trying to remember, is it at the Trey King show or is it at Trey King? It's one of them. But yeah, look him up and you will see him. He good people. He cool. He talking about some of the stuff be kind of sad, but it's what it is. It says he be talking about how people look. I know it. I be bugging up. He said, we gonna give her like in the face looking 30, 40. He be clowning though. Yes. I love me some Trey King. I don't really too much. Sometimes I leave comments and stuff. I used to leave a whole bunch of comments with him, but I don't really leave comments too much on him no more or whatever the deal is. Every blue moon when I feel like, there's so many people that I followed, I've been following for years. I got main people that I leave comments and some that I don't, but there's a lot of good content creators out there and you be like, wow. And I like them because they're just funny. But Trey King, he do not be playing. He's a comedian. He's just like Tony Yo Man be making people laugh and don't even be realizing, be telling all them stories and stuff. Hulk, it says, what's up, Yolanda? Glad to see you're doing good. Well, welcome to the chat. We appreciate you popping in. We just chit-chatting on all kind of different topics. It says, I see it. Oh, so you found Trey King? Black people are the chosen one? Did you found him? Was he under the Trey King show, or was he under Trey King? I think it might pop up either way. The Trey King show and also Trey King. So what's going on, Hulk? You stopping by? I think a lot of people in the chat waiting for Tony to get his video up and popping. Tony, yo man, you in the chat? And if so, what time you gonna put that? See, normally I try to come on. Oh, it's under both. Okay, it's under the Trey King. Okay, yeah. Check him out. He's good people. He put out some pretty good content. So he put I think he put out a video about every day. I think he does like Tony. He posts every single day. And he does just different, talking about different things, and you'll see when you get over there. I think you'll like him. He cool people. Well, at least I like him. Everybody got their own little, little thing and stuff. So yeah. But so if y'all notice what I've been doing lately, so like I was listening to Jolia. If anybody know, go to my girl. That's my girl, Jolia Legacy. Oh, that's my girl. So I've been rocking with her too. Me and her started. She started a little bit before me and I came. But like she was saying, Jolia is one of those people that she schedules a lot of her stuff. I've never been organized. I don't know if any of you guys in the chat, y'all schedule stuff, y'all organize. I am not like that. And I think living life with Leanne, I think she's like that too. It's a few people that are like, they're organized. They have to, they plan. I just go with the flow. I just, like my chats, I don't really have a random time. I'm just trying to build my platform. And it seems like when I go live, it helps a little bit better. Because when I put out some of my videos, some of them do good and some don't. But I think it'll seem to go a little bit better if you go live for a few hours here and there. And of course, I'm going to still put out my videos here and there. And I'll still do my my shorts. But to me, live seem like a little bit simpler for right now until I'm still figuring out some things. But some people, they set their lives or their videos, they'll come out like every day. I haven't gotten there yet. Like I noticed with Nikki. Nikki, do you have a set time you put out videos, or you just kind of randomly put them out? I'm just curious. And any other content creators in here that y'all want to speak? Do y'all just randomly put y'all? And then with me driving, I stop different times every day. It says same. I just be winging it on my channel. That's what I do. And it's just like my channel. I don't actually have anything particular that I want to do every day. I mean, I might put up a video doing an interview, and then the next time I might put up an interview, me eating. I'm just trying to find different content, and I keep praying until I figure out if I'm going to stick with the same content. And I haven't discovered that yet. So, and then sometimes I get frustrated. I put out some content, it'll do okay. And some it'll be like, oh, that was a dud. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still trying to find my way too, because again, the YouTube is still new for me. It says, I work 2 jobs, LOL. Right. When you're working, some people got kids. You got a life outside of YouTube. And another thing, I'm starting to, because a lot of people come and I try to subscribe and support. I don't know about you, Nikki, but it is hard trying to, say for instance, watch your content, watch Chris. I'm just saying names, not everybody. Say for instance, let me see, if I watch all of your content and then I try to, watch Black People Are Chosen content, and then I go to Pretty Lady, and then I go to Hulk, and I just keep going from person to person and person and person. Do you realize, and then you're working, especially for some people got 2 jobs, and then you got to put out your own content, it will never stop. So I'm going to have to figure out something, because I'm going to be honest, it starts to get overwhelming. So what I'm starting to do lately, now I mean people could get mad at me. I'm just trying to catch people live chats. If I can catch your chat and maybe watch a couple of your shorts, man, all that extra, it's too many people in there. And to me, it's not enough time in the day. And then that's only fair. I need to get my content out. So I'm at the point where I got to figure out something, but I still can't plan nothing. But I still want to figure out a way to support, because then there's people that don't do chats, but then there's people that just put out videos. And it's cool if the person put out videos and they're not like extra long, or they're not like an hour or 2 hours. It's what I'm trying to say is I got to figure out something that's gonna balance, that I can do my content, still get rest, still support others, and still deal with family, and still have a life, if that makes sense. That's a lot, really. Don't stress yourself. So, no, I'm trying not to stress, because my job is stressful enough, is what I'm saying. But see, what I'm starting to get tired of is, I'm going to tell y'all what's been happening lately. You got people that'll pop on my page, right? And I delete their comments because and I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all in my chat and y'all comment and y'all one of them people that come to people's page, say for instance, if you got 450 subscribers, 460, or you just say you got 500 subscribers, they'll come to your page and they'll put in your comment, they'll say 501 connect. Like, in other words, they're letting you know that they're your 501 subscriber, and they need you to connect with them. People like that, I don't mean no offense, but I'm gonna keep it real, they annoy the bleep out of me. Because I would not go to nobody's page and do that. I would not go to it's almost like they're forcing you, or they're saying you better come subscribe. It's like, I feel as though it's like a threat. But why do you have to put a number? Or they'll come and they'll count your comments, and they'll say 14th comment, 501 subscribe, your turn, connect. Explain that to me. Like, that is so crazy. That's why I don't do short videos, because it's just more convenience for everyone. Indulging myself. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, yeah, I kind of see. That's why you do the short videos. Yeah, I try to, put out a lot of shorts, but I'm trying to get myself, you got to have all those watch hours to be monetized, and you got to start. You have to start going live. I mean, live is cool because it works for me, because I like to run my mouth. But with live, you get a lot of trolls. You have to be on, they say. Not really. Some people do shorter lives and get a lot of people. My platform is still small, so I try to at least do 2 hours. What was it, yesterday, Chrissy, or the day before? I think I did 3 hours on my live. That's the first time I ever did a live that long. I'm like, whoa. The conversation was going, though. It says, yeah, that's crazy for people to come to your channel and be demand. Yes, they do that. So, and like now, it's almost 2 hours. And like Jolia, I thought Jolia was doing 2, because I've been to, I think, 2 of her chats, because normally I'm rolling, because she goes Saturday morning. And she always, and I just realized she does do an hour. Sometimes she'll slip a little bit over hour. And the time that I caught her when she did that 2 hour is because she didn't do a chat before. So she made up and she stayed on for 2 hours. Because I came in her chat late. I'm talking about Jolia. And so when I came in and she was like, well, I'm going to get ready to end. I'm like, wait. Don't you do 2 hours? And she was like, no, love, no, I do 1. So again, some people time themselves where they like to do lives and they keep it at 30 minutes or an hour and a half, and 2 hours. I just go with the flow. But to be honest, I don't like to go past really 2.5 hours. 3 stretched it, because since I've been starting, now I got a few of my lives where I've done 30 minutes. I think I've done an hour and a half, or 2 hours and 2.5, and that longest what I did the other day was 3 hours. And I appreciate everybody that rocked with me. I really appreciate was on the live with me 3 hours. That y'all was hanging in there. Chris, all you guys was hanging in there, and I appreciate that. And sometimes I have to get off of it because my throat, being on live every day. There was a lady that I seen her, and she's still doing it, been going live every day for a long. And Lexi, she did it live every day for like a month or something. Some people do that for a long period of time. They say it helps to build their platform. Man, that's a lot of talking on your throat. You can get a, what you call that when you get to talking too much and just talk and screaming at concerts and yelling, you start losing strip. No, it's not that, it's called something. But I find myself getting like that at times because y'all know I already run my mouth. And then I'm trying to do it every day. People keep telling me, family members, they say every day, just go live for at least an hour or two, just go live. And I'm trying to. There's times where I'll be like, nope, I'm too tired. Like, what was it, the other day I didn't go. Like tonight I didn't really want to do it, but I said I'm gonna go and see. It's Saturday night. I'll see how I'm. So I have to go with how I'm feeling each time. I can't just tell y'all, yeah, I'm gonna go live every day, because I'd be lying if I told you. Because tomorrow I might not go live. It just depends on how hard I rode, how I'm feeling, and I'm debating it on that. Some people dedicated. There's a guy, I seen him the other day. He going live all day, 8, 9, 10 hours as he doing the Uber, the Lyft, or whatever the food delivery thing. And he keeps his phone on the dashboard. And then even riding along with Dan, he's a driver, he's a dump truck, and he keeps his phone on his dashboard as he picks up all day while he's at work. What is that? I think he does 10-hour shifts, something like that, I forget. But all day. So he's getting his watch time. A lot of people tell me, oh, put my phone on. I'm not putting my phone up there driving down the road. I drive a semi. Y'all got me. I ain't saying y'all, but I don't roll that way. No. I see a lot of drivers. No, to me, I don't need no distraction with no phone. I don't want no views that bad. One thing y'all will not find me doing is now I got one driving when y'all see me short the trucks driving, but y'all don't realize I was in my personal vehicle. A lot of people say, oh, you was rolling, whipping. No, I was in my personal vehicle. I was not in a truck. With that video where when I'm driving short all them trucks on the side of the road, and the people were saying, oh, that's a lot of trucks. I am not in my semi. Y'all didn't even realize that. Because I seen a comment say, oh, you whipping that bad boy. But I wasn't whipping the truck because I was not in the truck. I was in my personal vehicle. That's why y'all see how I was looping around. I wouldn't have been driving like that in no semi. I'd have turned that bad boy over sideways. I don't roll like that. So yeah, I was in my personal car. But there's a lot of truck drivers. They sit their phone and they iPod, they set all of their stuff up and they put it on their dash. And as they're driving all day, going to shippers, receivers, going up and down the highway, hills and mountains, they records it, they be live, and they talk to the chat. And the chat knows that they're driving, but they can't respond. To me, that's kind of a distraction, because what if you tempted to look over and try to read something? I just feel some way about that. I'm cool with it, and I'm not about to rock like that. That's just me. To me, back in the day, you didn't have all this technology and stuff. People was taking that's why I've seen trucks flip over. I've seen a female trucker, I'm not going to say her name in case she, in the bushes. She did that. It was snowing. She was up in Iowa, and she films a lot of her content. She always got that camera. She was rolling, and I already knew she was going. I used to be a trainer. I can just tell by looking at the camera how fast her speed was. And I was saying to myself, I said, oh, girl gonna jackknife. I said, she rolling too tough for that. Because I was looking at the conditions. And even people in the chat was telling her, slow down. I almost slipped and said her name. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't. And they kept telling her, slow down, slow down. And she was just getting it. And she was just gone. And she's an owner operator. She got her stick. She was shifting gears. Cluck, cluck, boom, she was gone. And I'm thinking to myself, why don't she drop it down? And this is what I'm saying. And all of a sudden, she hit that black ice. And she spent out in the middle, jackknife. And she could have just lights out. Just that quick. By the grace of God, she made it. And I was like, girl, but everybody, and then she had the camera up and everybody kept telling her, take the video down, take the video down. Your company gonna see this. What a broker, whoever I don't know if she broke her, but I know she's the owner operator. They kept telling her, take the video down, take the video down. She did not take that, and she posted that video. And how come they got rid of her? Whoever she was broken through by owner operators, they are contracted through somebody, and whoever she was contracted to, they seen the video and they thought that it was, first of all, which I agree with them, she should have never been driving in those conditions. She should have been parked. But old girl was out on the road trying to get content, shifting gears, showing off, all this. And I'm like, girl, you need to be sitting still. Any driver that has been driving, no, you do not roll with those conditions. She was just showing off for the cameras, trying to get views, and tow her truck up. She could have, like I said, by the grace of God, she made it. And then that content that she had, safety got her. I'm not even with safety, and I can see, first of all, the number one thing, if I was with her safety department, I would have asked her, why were you out there in those conditions anyhow? Secondly, why were you driving that fast under that condition? And I would have said, third, why did you have a phone on the dashboard looking? Because I would assume she was looking and reading the content. And I'd have been like, that was a distraction to you. In my opinion, she already had 3 strikes on her before she even jackknifed. Then you tear up. It's not the company truck, it's your truck, but you got freight that belongs to somebody else. Granted, you got insurance on it. You just made a boo-boo. I mean, I can go on and on. That's why I don't film content like that. People say, oh, film yourself doing a pre-trip. No, I'm not filming myself doing nothing with my truck like that. I will film trucks. I gave them an inside view of my truck. I'm the type of driver, I ain't got time to be setting up no podcast. No phones, because you got to set the phone up, you got to get in the truck, you got to back, you got to get back out. See, my thing is, I'm old school. It's about my job. When it comes to my job, I'm not trying to record and do all this extra stuff. It's what it is. I ain't got time to be what I call lollygagging. No offense to the drivers that do it, but I am old school, been in the game too long. Us old timers, you don't see us doing none of that stuff. That's them youngsters. They out there setting up their cameras. They doing this, they doing that. Then they got to get in the truck. Then you got to back up. Then you got to get back out of the truck. You got to move. You could have been hooked to that low. You could have been about 60 miles down the low while you playing back and forth with your camera. Girl, I ain't got time for that. That's too much. Yolanda ain't got that type of patience. No. I'm in the wind, baby. I'm kicking it in the road. I ain't got time for that. It says, it's understanding, sis. You got to do what's best for you. Right. Christy says, it's when people make video while driving makes me nervous too, and I refuse to do it. Now, like I said, I did it, and that was the first time I ever did it in my vehicle. And the reason why I did it, because I had passed all them trucks out there. What I did is I went in one of the places and I pulled over and I put my phone and I drove back down the street and I just turned my phone, and it's not even a minute video, and I just said, look at here, just filming by. And then when I just hit my phone and stopped and went on home. I didn't do no more. I don't even film myself driving up and down the street like that. I just refuse to do it. Exactly. Got to stay focused. Right, Nikki. I got to stay focused. That is why you ever notice you don't see anything with me driving? I bet y'all be like, dang, Yolanda don't post no video. No, Yolanda ain't going to post no videos of her driving. That you ain't going to see. Hi, Diane. Hey, girl. Welcome. Welcome aboard. We just chit-chatting, talking about any and everything under the sun. We're going to be here probably another 10, 15 minutes, and I'm going to shy off. I try to do my little couple of hours and call it a quit. It is a Saturday night. It says, that's so reckless. Yes, it is. And so that's why I don't do videos. Like, I have seen a lot of, I follow a lot of truck drivers, right? I don't post a lot of them because I'm going to be honest. Truck drivers, some of them can be drama. Okay, and then no offense, I just like to stay connected, keep the truckers on the trucker side. That's why I could have went to the whole trucker world. My channel would have been way bigger than what it is now if I go on the trucker side and just strictly focus on that. But that's just something I choose not to. I could put out all my experience. I could put out a whole bunch of stuff. My channel be large and in charge right now. I'm just not trying to feel that, because if I retire, I come off the road or whatever, I decide to stop driving. Well, guess what? My whole audience is truck driver people, and what a lot of you secret people don't know, It's cool being on the trucker side, but I'm going to share this with you. And I don't care if any of the female truckers come from me if you want to. I'm going to keep it real. A lot of female truck drivers, it's like issues. It's like, I don't even know how to, I guess you can call it, they want I don't, you know what, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to leave it alone. But a lot of truck drivers are not, especially the females, they're not like that. A lot of the females, they're like that with the female. Because let me tell y'all what happened to me. I went on this is a true story. Let me tell you how foul some of our female truck drivers are towards each other, because they like that attention, right? So I go at home, girl, another sister to sister. I popped in on her. You know, I had already been seeing her page because, you know, I follow a lot of truck drivers, right? By being a truck driver myself. And I know a lot of them by pop in and shine on me from time to time. But at the end of the day, I'm not on the trucker side. Some of them got two channels, like a truck driver, and then they just got a regular channel like I do. So I pops in, and when you go on a lot of the female trucker channels, it's just bombarded with all men, lonely men. Just I ain't gonna go there because I don't want them coming for me, but y'all see where I'm going. It could be 1,000 comments. Ooh baby, ooh baby, show me da 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 da. And some people, not I, love that type of attention. See, Yolanda don't rock like that. I'm old school. These are a lot of young, you know, they on there, whatever. You know, a little bit too loose for me, a little bit of booty shot. Hey, I'm cool. I'm always covered. That's just the way I roll. I don't want no type of attention, especially wrong attention. Yolanda Roll told her, like I said, I'm old school. So anyhow, I popped in there trying to show her some love. And I popped in and I was like, hey, sister, whatever, you know, nice video, blah, blah, blah. I knew she popped over to my page. Let me tell you what old girl did. She popped back in and replied to my comment. And guess what she doing? She said, hey, Yolanda. She said, how you doing? And I said, I'm doing well. She said, what brings you on my channel? Breaker 19. I was like, yeah, you know, just trying to show you some love. Guess what this person did? How come the witch, I said witch, like a witch that drives them. No, let me stop. How come she gave me all dead roses under my name that was in bold letters and said, have a good one? Girl, I started to go there with her. But I said, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time. I was like, oh, that's how you rolling. Now you're going to throw me some dead roses. I said, I feel you. I see where you coming. See, it's a lot of things that truckers relate to each other. And otherwise, what she's telling me, I don't want you on my page. Keep it moving because I need all the attention that I'm getting. You feel me? It's a long story that truck drivers have with each other. Like when Nikki Lee had posted that young lady, no offense, hey, I just don't rock with. That's why they got truckers. If y'all want to see some Jerry, go over there on the trucker side. That's all I got to say, baby. You're going to see Jerry. You're going to see a lot popping off. And I stay out of that Kool-Aid, baby. I stay out of them. It says she should have been fired or at least she engaged in herself. Well, yeah. I mean, worse, but yeah. But this truck driver that I'm talking about, she's still driving now, whatever the deal is. I'm not gonna say her name because a lot of people now probably know what I'm talking about, and she's still on the same nonsense. She's just with a different company because she's on her operator, so that I guess her insurance got it fixed, and she's had a lot of trucking jobs, and there's a lot of them bounce around from job to job. I don't believe in bouncing around to all them different trucking jobs. It don't make no sense. Have a real long resume. It says I don't even like driving besides those big trucks on the highway. Right. It says speak your truth. So I'm just telling y'all, I know a lot of people have asked me too, like, okay, you're a truck driver, like, they're trying to figure out why I don't have like a channel all about trucking, because I'm not. Because I know how truckers are. I know how truckers roll. I've been out here long enough. I know the game. I have people in family that's trucking. I know the game. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. No offense to any truck drivers that are listening. If you are not married and already with a trucker, trust and believe. Do not mess with a trucker. You better believe what I'm telling you. Hey, not all truck drivers are the same, so don't come at me. But the majority of them, baby. Because I'm telling you, old Jimmy, Johnny, Jolly Joe, got a Sally in Kansas City, got a Molly in Oklahoma, got a Tasha in Vegas, and got a Sandra in California, and then got a wife right here, and in some case they got a Jimmy John too. Don't even get me started, because I don't want nobody coming from me, because I can preach. Baby, I can tell y'all something. Y'all be like, what? But I'm not going to go there because it's not fair to do that to my fellow truckers. But hey, it's what it is. It's what it is, you know? So that's why I keep my distance and I just do my thing, you know? And I'm not saying every truck driver. There's a lot of, what do you call it? They have a lot of truck drivers got bad reputations about a lot of stuff. Don't believe all the hype, but believe some of it. This is coming from a fellow trucker myself. I'm just telling you like it is. But you got some good truck drivers out here, though. You got some loyal ones. You got some that are married. You know, men and women, they go home to their husband or their wife. They are good. And then you got those just like on the street. They are just bona fide HOs, 304s, men and women. I'm telling you. It ain't just in the trucker world. It's in the CEO world. It's all, you can be in a warehouse and you got 314s. Is that what they call them? 314s? That's what my daughter said they call 314s. 314s is everywhere. But I'm saying what I know in the trucker world. I meet different truckers every day. Hey, sweetheart, can we be road buddies? No, we can't, because I'm good. No, 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 no. And they get your phone number. If they want your phone number, they call you. The first thing they're trying to do is see where they can meet up with you at. You ain't about to meet up with me nowhere, partner. We good. And when they realize you don't rock that way, you're not going to hear from them. You know, but I got a few trucker friends I've been knowing for years from when I first started from truck driving school. They work for different companies, though. And, you know, we chit chat from time to time. Just like I talked to four, yeah, Troy, then I talked to four of my husband's good friends that he used to play golf with, that, you know, they smoked them damn cigars and all of they chilled and hang together. They always call, yo, how you doing? Check on me, make sure I'm good, whatever. They're like, his one buddy, Troy, if you listening, that's my husband, homeboy. They've been buddies for years. Got another one, Dana. They've been friends for years. These are his buddies. Bill, thank you, God. And they are his brother's keepers. That's what they say. They'll call me from time to time, check on me. Hey, sis, you good? You need anything? They, you know, they always have been there, you know. I want to thank them. And my husband, he has two brothers. I want to thank both of my brother-in-laws. I got two sister-in-laws. If you're listening, thank you very much. You know, y'all good people. Y'all have my back. And they're always looking out for me. You know, this is my husband's family. You know what I'm saying? Good people. So, you know, hey, that's how it is. But every truck driver is doesn't, you know, it's not messed up like that. You have some good truck drivers that actually, you know, are good people. They make good money. You got a lot of lonely truck drivers out here too. I wish Rhett was in the chat. Chrissy was here. Like I told Rhett is just lonely. He need to find the right person, hook up, do what he got to do, and go on from there. If he found somebody, got married, even a steady girlfriend. I think Scott, I couldn't remember if Scott was married, but Scott is a heavy hauler. I know Rhett was the bull hauler. And then we had another trucker that was in here earlier today. He was on his 34 restart, and I didn't get to ask him, you know, like, was he married, did he date, or anything like that. It says, my cousin married a truck driver. She's miserable. Well, you know, there you go. That's one of those truck drivers. Some of them are something else, but like I say, all truck drivers are not 314s. You got some darn good truck drivers, but I'm gonna tell you, finding a good truck driver, man or woman, it's like hitting the lottery. Let's put it like that. It's like hitting the lottery. Yeah, because a lot of them come out here just to do dirt, and then you got some of them gonna do dirt whether they here or not. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, and I'm gonna be on here a couple more minutes, and I'm gonna get off because my throat, I'm starting to get tired too. When I came, I told you I work for this company and another company, a flatbed company, right? I only work for two companies. I've been with this company 17 going on 18, and then I drove with the other. I think I was with them 7 or 8 years. Yeah, and then I take that back. When I first got done, I got hired from this car hauler. Call myself gonna hire hard cars, baby. I have to tell y'all about that one day. I jacked all them. That boy, that's a mess. I never. But you talking about years ago? You talking about over 20 something years ago? So long story short is, the first company 304s. That's what they call. Yes, 304s. Y'all know what that is. So I was working for this one company, and it was these two sisters. I thought they were twins, but they were 3 years apart. Beautiful girls, you know what I'm saying? And they were in our division. You know, at first I thought they were strappers, meaning they strap down your loads and they help us out and get us on the road. No, 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 no. They were drivers, right? But they drove together like teams, because you know there's team drivers in a truck and there's solo drivers. Like I'm a solo driver, and then you got trainers that train people. You know, like I used to train. I don't do that no more. Like if Nikki or Christy, y'all want to drive a truck and you go to school, I would bring your trainer, your mentor. I would teach you the map. You know, I would teach you how to plan your trip, show you how to back, all that good stuff. I would be the one for that. You drive on the truck with me. We got 2 bunks. You sleep on the top or bottom. You got to do so many hours with me. Every day I have to show you something. Once you completed your hours with me, then you go test out. And then if you don't pass, then you got to go through. It's a long story, but I would be, me and other people train you, because you have to have training once you're done with truck driving school. I'll share that with y'all one day. But anyhow, so I would see these two young ladies, because we had what you call dedicated runs a lane, and we would run up and down Interstate 70. So basically you would pick up at one stop and you would drive 4 hours, drop and swap and come back. But you had time in between, because we got 14-hour days, but you only got 11-hour clock. So there was rumors going around that they were ladies of the night, put it like that. So another dude, oh boy, was like, yeah, I already know them. I went to school with the oldest one. I was like, the oldest one? I was like, they twins. What you saying? One was born a few minutes. He was like, no, they not twins. He said they're like 3-4 years apart. I went to school with the high school with the one right there, not the youngest one. That's how I found out that they wasn't twins, right? So make a long story short, do you know, oh boy told me, he said they straight, you know, he said something else. But through, you know, what at 314s, they've been doing that and rocking the boulevard is what he was saying for like a long time. He said they just doing it now because they making more money doing what they doing by rocking and rolling in that truck. I'm like, what? So long story short is they was making more money 304 than they were driving up and down with that rig. Yep. And they was tag teaming it, like getting people. And I was like, wow. And that's the type of stuff that give us lady truck drivers a bad name, a bad rep. When you got females that do stuff like that when they're on their 304. But see, they were already doing that before they came to the truck. They just took the truck to use it as an opportunity to cover up. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you come driving a truck, you can't have I'm trying to watch what I say. And have, like, you can't be a dough person, a dough man, if anybody get my technology. You can't not have rolled in dough, no sugar, if you get what I'm saying. You can't have any brownies to have you laughing, if you get what I'm saying. You put it like this, you cannot have ever been in the pharmaceutical business and been incarcerated for it, but some companies will bring you on and some won't. Got me. Thank you, Chrissy. You cannot, because they figure if you have been incarcerated for that, they figure you will use the truck to do that up and down the road. So that's why they block that. And you also cannot have been a convicted, you know, a convicted CHI whatever. I'm gonna leave it alone. You cannot have been a convicted CHIL blotter the blotter the blotter the blotter whatever. So I'm just trying to watch what I say just in case. But if you guys feel me, they feel me. You cannot have nobody, you know, or X somebody, you know, you get what I'm saying. You cannot have any of that, because they figure the truck is a perfect opportunity. If you are a child, whatever, you can do it all in the truck and nobody would know. Or if you are a R person, you can bring them and you can R them in the truck and all that, if you guys feel where I'm going. And the same thing with if you're in the pharmaceutical business, you know. But you can't that's why companies do thorough background checks like that, because people take opportunities for that. You know what I'm saying? But you could do that type of stuff whether you're in a truck or out of truck. It's just easier. That's why these companies are so strict. That's why a lot of people say, oh, I went for this and that, and whatever. So I normally don't talk about certain things, but I just wanted to share certain things. All jobs and different things got reputations and got issues and stuff like that. But it's what it is. So, hey, it's what it is. I've been in the truck and I try to stay to myself, and I try to tell, when I used to train, I used to tell these females, look, be careful out here on this road, because all of these drivers ain't friendly. Y'all do y'all research. It's so much I would love to talk about and share with y'all, but I don't want my channel to be going there. I don't want nobody to come at me. I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't want to draw the wrong attention. But there was this was about 15 years ago, maybe 20. It was a trucker. He was a Dahmer, if you guys know what I mean, a J Dahmer. And he was doing that to women and putting them in white sheets and leaving them on the side. I mean, I want to go get deep. And certain things that they don't put out there because I guess they don't want it to be known. You have got to be very careful. That's why I've had multiple people keep asking me, which one of them is your truck? None of your business. I put out a number of trucks. Good luck trying to figure out which one is mine, because guess what? I'm not posting mine. For what? So you can try to find me? Why you want to know which truck is mine? I'm a female. I'm not. There's females. If you go on the trucker channels, there's females that post their trucks. You see their whole truck numbers. I told you about a trucker one time. She had posted a video and she was at a truck stop. Even me, when I be showing it, y'all be seeing them truck stops, which I don't know. I don't be staying because I know how it goes. Now you will see me posting there and be there, and I be telling them to say, I don't stay there. I end up leaving half the time going to the hub or something, or I keep it moving. But I never stay where you see me recording all that, because truck drivers, all they got to do is look at my video and they can see where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly where I'm at. Like, I can watch a trucker channel right now and they can show like a truck stop, and because I know just about every truck stop, if they show enough of it, I can tell them exactly where I'm at. I think Chrissy or Nikki or one of you guys was in my live one time, and do you guys remember a truck driver kept coming on and he kept asking me, he kept naming different truck stops. He kept saying, he said, you at the TA in Alabama. Y'all remember that? He said, are you at the Petro here? Do y'all remember that? It says, can be a, yes, right, Nikki, right. But you got to be careful with that too, because people are looking, they'll try to figure out, hold on, they'll try to figure out where you're at. They sure will. They sure will. Yep. They'll try to figure out where you're at. And then if they figure out, let me see what time that was. Oh, dang, it's almost 12 o'clock. Oh, yes, man. Lord have mercy. We done went way past time. I'm just running my mouth. Yes, Chris. But y'all, let me say this. I know, always wonder why people ask where you're at. Yes. Okay, so Chrissy, that scares me too. Yeah, let me see. Wait a minute. I missed something when I stepped away. It says, can't be a predator yet. And then Chrissy says, I know, I always wonder why. Yes, Chrissy. So, and anyhow, it says, experts says they believe that several truck drivers are doing that crazy. Oh, yeah, just like they're talking things. It says, please be careful out there. Says, oh yes, you have to. But I'm gonna end this in a few minutes. But what I didn't even realize it was almost 12 o'clock. In a few minutes, about 15 minutes to 12. So what I'm trying to say is, trucking, you have got to really be careful. And Chrissy just said it. Chrissy noticed that she's on point. And I'm surprised. You probably have noticed it too, Nikki, but you just ain't paid it no attention. Have you ever been on live and people are pop in, and did you notice 3 or 4 different men are asking me, where am I at? It was in the live today, if you noticed it, Nikki, or Nikki might have came afterwards. But I think Christy have noticed it. She said, I always be wondering why they ask you where you at. You know why? Because they're trying to track you. And like they know that I'm live, right? And all they got to do is go look at my videos. And all they got to do is see my company. And then if I'm live, or if I say, oh, I'm in Alabama at the Petro, and they say, oh, she's live right now. All they got to do is go walk up and down the truck lot and look for trucks for my company and put two and two together. And what if it's only like 3 of my company trucks that's on that Petro in Alabama? So, bam, I've already set myself up as a target. I'm just saying, that's not good. That's why when people always ask me where I'm at, I always say California. But I'm really not in California. I might be somewhere else. I always tell people I run 35, but I don't run 35. I don't want nobody to run into me. And if they happen to notice me somewhere, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get in my truck and I'm going to leave. I know how to operate out here. I ain't playing those games. It says she did, you know, that lady trucker that got killed. Yes, Nikki, please talk. I was about to say something about that. KLLM, but I did not. I know the full story. That story, baby, they still has not found the. I'm gonna tell you about that. I'm gonna say something about this. I think this is just my personal opinion. Whoever that was in New York, they did that to that young lady. Kamisha, I don't want to start nothing, but may she rest in peace. That still bothers me to this day. I'm gonna tell you what I think what happened, and I'm gonna close this out because it's about to be 12 o'clock. I didn't know I was on here this long. Well, only been 2 hours and 15 minutes. I normally do 2 hours and 30 minutes, but still it's almost 12. And I want to let you guys go so you guys can get some rest. And I appreciate you rocking with me. But I'm going to say this. What you just said, Nikki Lee, you're right. That was what, 5 years? They have still yet to find. Pull it up, Chrissy. Pull it up, Black People Are God. Pull it up, Ezekiel. See what we're talking about. It's a young lady. I'm not going to go into details, but just pull up a truck driver. The female would found, you know, whatever in her truck or whatever, and it'll pop up. And her name starts with a K, last name is T. Anyhow, it's been unsolved. I believe, this is my personal opinion, I'm going to say this and I'm going to let you go. I believe, because a lot of truckers get lonely. See, but I don't surf the internet. I ain't looking for nobody. I believe that she was on the internet. This is just my opinion. I think she befriended someone, and I think they was friends for maybe weeks, months, who knows. And when she went there where she was at, like Nikki said, in New Orleans, I think, because if you look at the story, she left. They got cameras at the truck stop. It was paid. Man, y'all got to see the story. Nikki I know the story too. All of us, the truckers, we know it. We still got our own conclusion. Let me tell you mine. I believe she was talking to somebody on the internet, you know, typing or whatever, met up with somebody, and Chrissy always clocks it, yes. And I believe when she got to that truck stop, she trusted them. They either came to get her or she left, Uber, Lyft, or whatever. I'm just speculating that, you know, whatever. There's no facts behind it or none of this. This is just allegedly. And I think she left with them and she trusted them. When they came back, they got in her truck because this is just my assumption, that she trusted them, got in the truck, and they set her up. Bam, it was on. They got out because they locked the doors and they left. So who was in, she was in there because they couldn't get in. Because there was flies when that's how they knew, because when the manager come, it was flies. You could see the flies, so you knew. So my thing is, how did they get in her truck? You know what that tells me? That tells me that's somebody that she trusted and she allowed in that truck, and they set her up. See, you got to be careful who you be meeting. Remember the one about the sister? I can go on and on. The sister that met up with the dude. They was talking. She met him online. Remember the sister and the dude. I ain't gonna say Christian. You guys know who I'm talking about. And they went out to dinner. She went back to his apartment. And what did he did? He threw her here. She threw her in that dumpster. Threw her there. Man, we got some stories. But I ain't finna hold you. It says I've been seeing YouTube videos in the last few weeks saying that a lot of black truckers disappearing. Baby, I wish I could talk on that. But y'all know. Let me tell y'all who channel y'all need to see. Introvert. Go check him out. He is called Introvert. Ah, man, I can't pull up my thing. Lord have mercy. What is his name? He's a truck driver. Uh, she was from Mississippi. God rest her soul. Did that lady so bad? Oh my gosh, it is so sad. Hold on. I feel so bad for that for Queen and what happened to her. That still bothers me to this day. I mean, just she was in that truck for, I don't know, I forget how long she was in there, long enough. Uh, just sad, just hard. But her poor mother, I watched her mother on the news because they kept showing her. And like that lady said, you're not supposed to bury your child. Your child's supposed to bury you. She was just torn up. And the sad part, they still have not found who did it. That's what I'm puzzled about. Like, y'all got all them cameras in the truck, and then somebody stole her phone. Oh my, I can get into that because a lot of us, it was a dude that we was talking to. It was us in the chat, truck drivers. We get on the phone with each other, and all of us, we like, I'll get on the phone and say, for instance, Christy, if you was a truck driver, I'll call you, and then you'll call Nikki, and then Nikki call you. We'll just all connect, and then all of us will be rolling down the road with our headphones on, and we just be talking about it. Hold on. So so what I'm trying to say is, yeah, whatever popped off with her, to this day, nobody has ever been able to resolve what happened to her. So that is, so it says, I'm going to post on my community bill. Yes, thank you, Nikki. Please put up her name. I say, I don't know the guidelines. If you can, Nikki, please. She's a truck driver. Shout her out. Her first, I know her name. I know all, but I don't have that type of content. You know the guidelines because you do your research. Will you put her up? Say respect. Nobody has ever found. What the part that gets me is her case is still not have been solved. They don't even know who did it or nothing. It says, I've been watching you on and off on the TV. But okay, I appreciate that. And that's the part that's getting to me is they have not been able to resolve that. And that's another female truck driver. And that still troubles me to this day. It still bothers me. And my prayers, my heart go out to her family. Go check it out, Christy. If you haven't seen the story, I don't know when or how long it's going to be before Nikki posted. Pull her name up, read the story, and check it out. It's a beautiful truck driver. It's still unsolved. She worked for such and such a company. Her name and everything, her age, and it's still Kamisha, my girl. I'm gonna go put it out there. Her name is Kamisha. Yeah, I said it. Okay, Ann. And if her family is listening, hey, I really hope that they find whoever did this to your daughter, man. I really do. Because that is just so sad. Whoever did this, it's a day in hell for them, man. I'm telling you. And somebody knows something, but they're not talking. So, I mean, I ain't finna get deep off in that, but that still touches me. I cried, and I don't even know that young lady. I cried because that still bothers me to this day. And then to know that it's not even solved. Introvert, yes. My girl be on it. Introvert is from Louisiana. I love him. Yes, that's who it is. So go over there. Well, I ain't gonna say he got mad at me. Some popped off, and I used to be a model over there rocking with him and trying to tell him. And he's the one that does a lot of stuff on the black truck drivers coming up missing. He does a lot of, Nikki knows about his channel. Go check him out. If you get a chance, I don't think Introvert will mind you posting him. Post some of his stuff. If y'all want to find out some stuff about truck drivers, go over there and check out Introvert. Nikki, she's following stuff. She know what time it is. Go over there, Chrissy. Check Introvert out. Introvert, that's my boy. That's my man. He put out some stuff. Check him out. The last time I spoke with him, I asked him, was there an update on it? He said he wished he had an update, but he did not have an update. I asked, it wasn't Trucker Brown. Nikki, do you follow Trucker Brown? They call him TB. Do you check out Trucker Brown? It says there's one person I heard telling it. And who did you hear telling it? Real quick. Um so Nikki said, so when you guys, well, it's late now, so whether it be tonight or tomorrow, introvert. Okay, yes. Introvert is the one. So a lot of people follow him. He is he keeps up with a lot of that stuff. So if you want to hear it, go to his page. He hasn't talked about Kamisha in a minute, and I don't think nobody has talked about her page. I mean, her page, Lord, has talked about it since of her passing. But the thing that's troubling me, Nikki, like I'm telling everybody, her case is still not solved. I want to know, with all of them cameras in the truck stop, I don't know if she caught. There had to be somebody seeing something. Like, I'm just so confused. But I'm not finna get into that story, because every time I get to talking about, see, that's why I don't put my doggone hair up. It gets too heavy. Every time I get to talking about her, it bothers me. It's really disturbing to know that has not been resolved. And I know it's got to been probably, I don't know, I want to say maybe 5 years or something like that, and it still hasn't been resolved, people. I'm not playing. It's been 5 freaking years. And that story, man, I can tell y'all a whole bunch of them. It's mind blowing. One day when I first come on the chat, and when we like maybe start early and it's not so late, I'm gonna tell y'all a lot of trucking stories, and it's gonna blow y'all. But see, I be trying to be careful with what I be talking about, because I don't want to offend nobody's family. And when you start talking about, like, different stuff like that, you got to respect, sometimes some of the families don't want you to talk about some of that stuff, and you got to be careful. And I don't want nobody coming for me. But I would mention it. At least Nikki knows the guidelines, because she puts up some good tea, and I think she knows better than me. But like I said, everybody, we're going to continue to pray. I will say her first name. Her name is Kamisha. We're going to keep her in prayer and say, oh, sweet Jesus. We are still thinking about her. I'm still thinking about her. I pray, sweet Jesus, that somewhere that she can speak from the grave, that be able to find out who did what they did to her. Because, see, only God knows, and the people or the persons that did whatever they did to her, they know. One day, her family is going to get justice for what happened to that young lady. One day they gonna get justice. And I hope her people, especially her mom, I hope she's still around to be able to get justice for her baby. I'm telling, for her child. Even though that was a grown woman, that was still her baby. Yes, I hope so. You know what I'm saying? So I hope, I don't know. I don't know. That's a story with her that has hit a lot of truck drivers that we still talk about today. Every once in a while they say, you guys, was it ever solved? Did they find anybody? No, they never found who did it. It says that Nikki Lee. So yeah, so that's what we got to do. We got to continue to, stay alert, stay woke. We got to stay prayed up, you guys. It ain't just truck drivers things that happen to. It says, I didn't know Trucker Brown, though. Okay, yeah, at Trucker Brown. That's all it is. They call him TB. So see if you can Google him. He got some good content over there, too. It's a lot of truckers that I can tell y'all about, but I don't want to really push y'all over there to the trucker side and y'all come back being mad at me and all that drama, all that tea they be talking about or whatever. I can push you into it. A few females, you got to be careful. A lot of those females be clowning. It's just a lot of stuff. That's why I don't really indulge over there with the trucker part too much. But I mean, you guys go check some of them out. I mean, I'll mention a few of them to you here and there, and I might start. I don't really post none of the truckers in my feed, but I post a few of the dump truck ones, like riding along with Dan. That's my buddy. Dan is not into a lot of the, he's old school with me. He's just doing his thing. Some of these truck drivers, some of them, they into some deep stuff, and some of them they all right. You know what I mean? So it's a mean world. Yes, it is. You got that right. It is. So everybody's got to stay prayed up. We got to watch out for one another. We got to speak up for one another. And right now what's going on is exactly with all of these truck drivers. it's mysteriously they're in these sundown towns. See, I don't get out right now. I'm in a town that I'm not getting out of this bad boy. I got my alarm set and ready to go. Do you hear me? I'm not getting out of this baby because I know where I'm at. See, that's the thing. You got to know your surrounding. I did what I had to do way before I did my chat. I took care of everything I need to do. And if emergency, if I needed to get out, well, that's a different story right there. You know, Mac. Hi, Mac. Welcome to the chat. But unfortunately, Mac, we finna get ready and shine off. We've been on here for a couple of hours. Come back again. I'll probably go tomorrow, and there's no guaranteed if I'm not tired. If I'm tired, I'll skip. And let's put it like this with my chat, y'all. Y'all join in whenever y'all can. And if y'all can't, I'm not gonna be mad at you. If you watch the recap, that's fine. And if not, I understand, because I'm not expecting nobody to go watch all them long recaps. I appreciate you guys for rocking the stand with me from the beginning to the end. If you watch any of my videos, if you watch any of my shorts, I appreciate you just rocking with me. You know, let me see what this is saying before I leave out. It says, I don't think that anyone should take any unnecessary risks and have protection. Right. But see, a lot of drivers can't, well, it's a lot of stuff we'll get to. But like I say, I appreciate everybody. And remember, like I said, you guys, if you guys don't ever catch a live, I'm okay with that. Because you guys always, my main crew being here rocking with me. You know what? Where is he at? I'm going to go ahead. Because he's always, hold on a minute, rocking with me. Always in here. I got you as a mod there. There you go. He's all, I noticed my main people that's always rocking with me. So whoever's always rocking with me, like I noticed there's time Nikki can't make it. There's time Chrissy Mike can't make it. Tony Man, he's probably here, but he's probably putting out his video or getting it together. I appreciate you guys that rock with me. So I'm going to tell you this. If you guys missed the live, you guys are such dedication to just supporting me. If you choose to go back and watch the replay, that helps me. But if you don't, guess what? I'm okay, because I know when I go live, you are there with me, rocking with me. So then you guys, you watch my shorts, you watch my other videos, and I thank you for that. And then some of you guys have content that I try to watch and pay attention to that too, just as well. You know, can't leave comments, but again, I appreciate it. Don't feel bad if you missed the live, and don't feel like you obligated, like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. No, you don't, because you got a life, and I understand that. Just you being here, the 2.5 hours really helped me. Just like the other day, Ezekiel, he went on there, Black People Are the Chosen One. He said, hey, I'm sorry I missed your live recap. Man, I told you, man, you ain't got to do no recap. I'm okay, because I know you rock with me when I be in live. Even if you guys can't rock with me, I'm still okay. If you come in every now and then, I'm still okay. As long as you are subscribed, you're supporting me, that right there, I thank you enough. You ain't even got to leave comments. I know you're there. Trust me, people know who's rocking with them from day one. And you guys have been rocking with me. And I really, really appreciate that. Tony, yo, man, he's been rocking with me. Brought me on his platform. Got me exposed. Helping me out. I recognize this. Tony be in here and he just be having me on play. He might not even be saying nothing, but he's still supporting me. You know what I'm saying? You guys come in, you talk with me, we communicate. Y'all let me know y'all there, y'all come in my posts, you be in my shorts. And even for some of you guys that don't leave any comments on none of my videos, I see you here in the live. Because I see some people in the live, but they might not leave comments. Like I got drivers, there's a lot of drivers that rock with me. They'll tell me everything about my video because they've watched them. But they're going to tell me, Yolanda, I don't comment. I don't like it. I'm there supporting. And I respect them for that. I got a few of them that'll pop in every now and then and say, hey, and I'll say, hey. A couple of them might leave a comment. But as for most of the drivers, they are subscribed to me, but they will not. Some of them I know have been in my comments, in my lives, and I know they're there. Some of them, I'll see them texting me. Sometimes if you hear my phone go, they let me know, hey, I got the roll, good one. And I appreciate that. I respect them that they don't want to leave comments or that they don't want to chime in. And it's okay, but they're supporting me. Everybody supports differently. And I appreciate it all the way around. So I'm going to say this again, and I can't say it enough. If you are not able to make my live, I'm okay with it because I know you have supported me. If you are not able to watch my videos, I appreciate you just subscribe to me. You do whatever make you comfortable, and I'm the same way. I don't want anybody to make me feel obligated that I have to do something. You know, of course, I know you guys are grown. You're gonna do what you want to do, but I'm just saying I really, really appreciate it because this 2.5 hours or so, y'all could have been with y'all family. Y'all could have been with doing so much other stuff, but y'all chose to come and spend this time with me the whole time. Everybody that rocked with me, beautiful, but I can go through everybody's name in here, but I'm not because I don't want to leave out anybody. I'm just gonna say everybody that has came here, everybody that has rocked with me and continue to rock with me, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys stay blessed. You stay safe. Nikki Lee, you guys check out her page. She said she was gonna post up there about the young lady. I'm not going to get into detail, but if she put the information, she could probably tell you what links to go to. Read up on it. Pray for this young lady and her family. This happened, I think if I'm not mistaken, Nikki, if you remember, I'm thinking it's about 5 years ago. I could be off, and it's still unsolved. It's a sister, still unsolved. And it is so sad when you check the story out. But like I said, thank you guys. God bless you. Keep on rocking with me. I appreciate it. Everybody that was here the entire time. Y'all know how I run my mouth. I thank y'all for loving me. You guys stay prayed up. Please look after one each other. Check on each other. If didn't nobody tell you that they love you today, guess what? Yolanda gonna be the first to tell you, baby, I love you. And so do Jesus. Yes, he do. Stay blessed, you guys. Stay alert. Stay woke. Keep your eyes peeled. All right. Have a good one. Good night, everybody. See you guys the next time. Remember, if you can't shine in, that's okay. Just keep supporting. I appreciate that. Chrissy, my girl, Nikki, all of you guys, Ezekiel, everybody that's here, Tony, yo, man, and anybody name that I'm missing, I appreciate everybody that rock with me. You guys stay blessed. Have a good one. Peace. All righty. It's Yolanda signing out.